Hello, big ups to everybody out there in the Snortex. Let me make sure everything is still good to go here. All right, everything should be good. I moved my setup around a little bit, but nobody cares about that. Like I say, big ups to everybody for hanging out with me. A little bit behind today, but that's okay. Quite a few things to go over. The streak that isn't a streak, and it doesn't matter if we don't hit it, remember, has been broken. So let's jump right into a beautiful Chef's Kiss memeology video, as we usually do to start out the day. And then there's a couple of other things that I want to cover, but Disco Elysium, or Begco at Nauseam, as I've been calling it, has ruined everything, of course.
All right, anything else? You guys are pretty quiet tonight. Like I said, every time I play this game, I feel like we have a really quiet audience. It's small. It's way different than the normal vibe on the streams. People don't really
rip the dent streak, indeed.
Talk that much about the game.
Interesting. It's cool looking at that board. You guys are super quiet today. What's going on? Why are you guys not talking that much? Did you fall asleep, everybody? Are you asleep on the stream? Should I turn some lullabies on for you guys? La la loo, dream peacefully.
Oh,
Star
wow.
Sweeper, la la loo.
Memeology, what are you doing to us?
I don't know what I could do about that. It's a certain style of game that's very unique, correct? It's so different from the games that I normally would play. I'm not sure how to fix that. You know what I mean? I don't know how to make the stream more interesting.
For somebody who knows that they're on camera, like, every day, all day long, you would think that, like, this mopey face, this frowny, awful, mopey face you think somebody would just try a little bit to just not look so completely miserable and downtrodden, and like just maybe have a post-it note somewhere that's just like, hey, remember, you're on camera. Maybe don't look so miserable and depressed, or don't be on camera.
When it's just a text-based game, pretty much. So I guess we're gonna start. No support is coming at all. Makes me a little worried, not gonna lie.
How else could he afford chicken, turkey, ham burgers without the streak?
Makes me a little worried.
So the bottom line is that nothing is really consistent. Okay, it's not. And it makes me very, very nervous.
We now have...
I can't English, so let's start there. I did see last night that the stream continued to run, like the day that the vest streak ended. It did stay up for like 10 minutes as he was waiting. And I actually have some, not that I discovered the news or anything, but there's another clip that we're going to watch where I just have some information. Again, you heard it here last. Some folks have broken pignosis. We're going to talk about it, I promise.
Like I said, 8 straight streams, and every stream we've played of this game, we've hit support goals, but we've also gotten support for the game before we started, and tonight we got 0. Nothing.
From the inside.
So that's why they couldn't see it, because the exit wound, there is none. The bullet stuck on the back of the skull, so you couldn't tell he had been shot.
The object to the skull in the encephalitis. Into the cranium.
Wow.
I don't know what was up with his internet yesterday.
Very small exit wound here.
But it was bad.
Hey, let's go for it.
Yep, the whale broke free, and we're going to talk about where they went. Of course, we're going to have help with that, of course, because I have a clip.
What the fuck? Can anyone explain what just happened?
That was very odd. What just happened was very bizarre. I was streaming, and all of a sudden you guys in chat started saying, what happened? The stream is like loading endlessly. And I looked, and it said no data, and all of a sudden I looked like...
Yeah, he got like basically nothing. He got like one $20 tip and one $20 super chat, and that was it. Like the whole night he was clocking like, I don't know, what was it, like 140 or 150 people on YouTube.
Everything was freezing.
And then like a few
OBS
people
was
over
freezing.
on Kick. He got no subs and no memberships on Kick or YouTube.
Everything on the PC
nothing.
was freezing entirely. And I was like, so obviously something is...
How unlikable can anybody be? DSP is truly a piece of shit.
Very
I agree,
wrong
100%.
Here. And I was trying to figure out what it was. Then OBS crashed, had a big pop-up error saying there was some kind of a browser plugin error, whatever that meant. So I closed OBS, but then the mouse and keyboard were like lagging, and I said, I'm just going to restart the whole PC. So I did, and I just want to take a look. Now everything seems to be working fine. Yeah, we're at 20% CPU use, which is weird, because in OBS it said it was only using like 1%, but I guess that's OBS using 1%. 57% memory to run OBS, stream, and also the browser. So I don't know. It might have been a memory thing. It might have actually been the memory ran out. I'm not sure.
I too am slightly skeptical about the whale. You know, like you say, Lost Boys, I'll believe the whale, you know, is gone when I see it. And I would, you know, agree with that, because sometimes they like attention. So they'll run somewhere else and then they come back, you know, kind of like Iron Cuck did when he ran over to Kick and tried to do a stream about how much Phil sucks, but then he went back and was trying to kiss Phil's ass to, you know, get, you know, back in or whatever. Like I say, we'll play the clip.
But we're back.
And of course, everybody can come to their, you know, own conclusions. That's the fun thing. We can all speculate and come to our own conclusions.
Sorry about that. I'll give everyone a minute to rejoin, and then we're going to resume. But now it's going to be a separate video, and there's nothing I can really do about that. You know what I mean? Like, the video's all screwed up. So, yeah. Basically, we were talking to these guys about the situation. And this is a red check. This means that after we do this check, if we fail, we can never do it again.
Chief Lady, what's going on, honey? Hope you're good.
It's worth it.
I'm doing well, thank you.
Put one into composure. Right.
Another day, another trip to the circus to shit on this man. So
we have 1 point.
I love it. I'm happy.
Happens. I think we might. I think let's do it. Let's put a point into the red check. Let's do it. So this is now going to buff it to 58%. So, man, we have a good chance of getting this, but we might not. And we also don't know what it's going to lead to. But we can try, and that's it. We don't have another one, right? No. And that's it. We can't equip anything. Yeah, we're trying. All right. Well, guys, everyone ready? Every time that we have one that's in my favor, I fail it. Seriously. So, fingers crossed, arms crossed, legs crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed. Let's see if we can get it. Ready?
Okay.
All right, everyone, ready? We're going to try this now.
Here we go. It's amazing.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Actually, they're admired. Surprise.
That face. Snapshot Tiger, what's going on? Good to see
The entire
you.
room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way,
I told you, it's ridiculous. I only seem to pass checks when I'm not supposed to. Tonight, I passed 2 low-chance checks to further the investigation, but I can't pass the ones that are in my favor. It sucks ass.
well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
All right, so now I have other questions. That sucked
Like
ass.
what, copper?
So why don't I just arrest you, Titus?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear them?
This seems like it might be an interesting game. I don't know very much about it, but it seems like it might be interesting. But God, he just kills this. he literally just kills this.
Nylon off his coat hiss as he steps closer.
So look, you confessed to murder. I'm taking you in step even closer.
Look, coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and 2 of you.
Zero survival
That's
instinct
at
right here.
least a
Uh-oh.
50. A Ziemsk-made monstrosity. It'll blow your head clean off.
We could still try to arrest him. Does he really want to mess with us? I don't know. What do we do?
Wake up, Salute Holmes. Good to see you.
This is a tough one.
His scowl inspires nothing but wanting to bang my head onto a table. No, Sweet Papa Stovepipe,
Screw
don't do
it,
that.
grab it.
Don't do that. That's not good.
Is a little murmur. Not a blast. Not an echo. No one screams. It's more dead cops. Sad news from the district of Martinique.
This face.
As the bodies of 2 police officers are found floating in the canal. It is believed the officers were pursuing a murder investigation into well-organized neighborhoods.
Got recommended because of review tech. Oh, big ups.
Is that the end of the game? You're serious?
Yeah, he actually
You're
dies.
serious? I have to do the whole thing over?
He dies, if you can believe it. What even is this, like,
The
fucking...
game has a game over? And then I have to redo all of that from the start? Are you fucking kidding me? How would I have known that that's how it would end? And why is the autosave from an hour?
But weren't you, like... What didn't I read? I didn't, like, I don't know the ins and outs of the game, but weren't you, like, stepping closer to them and, like, challenging them? It said, like, grabbed someone's arm or grabbed someone's wrist or something. Like,
ago.
you were being, like antagonizing people.
You've got to be joking me.
You've got to be fucking shitting me. This game still doesn't fucking work.
Dude, you gotta be joking me. It's been 2 fucking days.
The autosave is from an hour ago?
Oh my god, his face. Oh my
Bullet
god,
is
his
safely
face.
sealed beside his orderly handwriting. The bullet looks suspiciously
You've
set,
got to be
like a
kidding
tiny
me.
Nope, not kidding you. Coffee Boy, thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. This is why I can't watch Phil play anything. Oh, me neither. His playthroughs are straight melatonin to the veins, but him dying was funny. Yeah, this is why, a lot of the reasons why I can't watch the games.
True.
I just finished, not finished, it's not done yet, but I just got the ending to Blueprints, and I haven't, like, discovered everything, yet, but it was like, man, I'm really glad that I didn't let the way that he talked about the game deter me from playing it. I'm glad that I never take if you take nothing he says into consideration and you play what you want, you have a much better time.
Called head of cauliflower. The squashed bullet. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks.
This is nonsense. They're gonna try to make me do it all over again?
What? Well,
Weak.
Now I'm
What
gonna
makes you
fail
think you're
these.
going to remember
What's going on,
how
Spoon
to
Hurler? How you
fire
doing, honey?
models?
This is nonsense. They're forcing me to do the whole thing again
Bullet is
because
still
there's a
safely sealed
bullshit
away
game
in a plastic
over in the
bag
middle.
Bearing the RCMs. You can't
Now it's
do
gonna
what
fail.
you
No, fuck
What makes
this.
you think
This is terrible.
Arcane firearm.
The game
And I'll admit he's having a bad time in the game. I don't really think he ever really truly maybe wanted to play this game. I don't know, but the lack of the dollary dues is like hurting
doesn't
him.
save. The game puts you into a game over situation when there has never been a game over
We're gonna check out a clip of that, Robo, about the
Situation
breaking of the pignosis.
for in the entirety of the game. And now they expect you to replay an hour and redo all of the checks? Fuck this. This is awful. No, this is legit bad, like bad game design.
even the art.
I
Something
highly
tells
doubt
me
that.
won't be anytime soon. You can't remember what happened last. The squashed bullet.
This is fucking terrible gameplay. Are you shitting me? What horrid game design that there's an instant loss where you have to replay gameplay. This never happened before in the game, and you never would have known that. You're 15 hours into the game. Now they're going to introduce a game over? What is wrong with that?
The bullet is still safely sealed away. You can't remember what happened.
This is fucking terrible. I'm actually pissed right now. Do you think I'm gonna not do this plotline that I've earned?
The bullet beside his
Of knowing
organ
about
is
the
squashed.
bullet?
What? Well, if we find in conclusion,
That won't be anytime soon. A rifle.
I got it. I got the role without even doing anything.
Phil's a horrible detective. Oh yeah.
Antiques.
Like I understand there could be death scenarios, but why would I only be presented with one when I'm 15 hours into the game? And of course, I have no understanding that it can happen. So now I have to redo all of this gameplay. That's incredibly bad.
He doesn't take any time to really learn how the game works. He just basically wants to run through things and charge through things as quickly as possible, but it doesn't take long for him to get stuck.
I'm not.
All right, I think we've almost done everything the
That's
same
right.
now. So here it is. Here's the composure check, and it's a red check, see? So we already got it at 58. We can put up another point. We can put points into composure now, because I have 2. Now it's 72. We do another one? Now we're 83. That's the best I can do, though. I have no more points. All right. 83. What are the chances What are the chances I do an 83% composure check and I fail it?
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly well.
This game is bullshit.
Anyway, it does some more gameplay stuff here, but really what we want to talk about, we know what we want to talk about.
To make it work, but I can only do so much, okay? All right, thanks, guys.
Because I have another clip, I have a couple other clips that I want to get to. And I'll keep an eye on Raw Phil to see when the guy decides to go live, but we're not there yet, so.
So, guys, yeah, I think that's going to be it for Disco Elysium. Like I said, what else can I do? I can't make people tune in. I can't make people show up. I can't make people support.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Stop whining like a bitch.
I'll be honest, the second week we played it, people were like, stop playing it. Like, no lie. Like, people were like, dude, week 2, why are you still playing this? And I was like, well, even though we're not getting a big crowd, people are showing up and we're getting these big support bombs for it, you know? And I have, like I said, personally, because it's so unique, that's why I keep playing it. It's one of the most unique games I've ever played. That doesn't mean that it's good content for a playthrough.
Which whale is going to break next? I don't know if there are any others after, you know, the one that I want to talk about here in a minute. Are there any more besides Only Iced Cuckaroony? I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying? That people are going to...
There's some dolphins and stuff. There's, oh, what's that one idiot's name? That Flatman B or whatever who comes in and gives them like $5 a day. But, I mean, $5 a day, that's only, $150 a month or whatever. That doesn't cut it. You know, this fool wants $300 a day.
I really like. So I'm sorry. I tried my best. Really, I did. I guess it just doesn't work. Even after, 15 parts, this is a good 16, 17 hours of gameplay.
He would give his soul away to gain the ability to make people support. The soul was gone a long time ago, and he does the best that he can.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what else to do.
And of course, there's going to be people who are upset. People are going to...
The chair condom is supposed to make it better when he does the green screen. That's what the chair condom is supposed to do, I guess.
Yell at me and be like, I can't believe you dropped a game after putting that much time into it, but what exactly would you like from me? Like, no lie, this would keep going on for another month.
No, OIC is never going to leave. OIC is never going to leave.
Month and a half to finish it. It would be a minimum because we're doing 2-hour segments. It would be another 4, 5, 6 to 7 weeks, so another 2 months to beat it. I don't know what else to say. Personally, it's the kind of game that maybe I would actually play for myself. You know what I mean? Like offline. But even from the moment I started playing it and I saw how wordy it got, I was wondering, I was like, dude, I don't understand why people are liking it because it doesn't feel like playthrough material. This feels like a personal game that you play or whatever, right? Right? All right, guys. Well, it is what it is. Sucks. We had a nice streak going of 8 straight streams of support, and the Disco Elysium finally killed it. So, it is what it is there. But tomorrow, we start fresh, all right? So tomorrow, we're doing a chill podcast in the morning, and then it's going to be the continuation of Claire Obscure Expedition 33 on the first stream. And then tomorrow night is Chill Minecraft Night. Keep in mind, there's only one Minecraft night this week, because this is a very short streaming week for me. This is only 4 days, okay? All right? All right, guys. Well, that's it. I got to get out of here. Everyone.
And then he leaves the stream up for several minutes. That's what always happens, though, when he, can't get the money or whatever. So a couple of quick things. Duty posted a couple of videos. And so I want to jump to one of those if my computer decides that it wants to work with me here, which for the moment it's not. So
all together. Well, the other day during the playthrough, Phil just decided.
Okay, like I say, big ups to Duty for...
The only one he had kind of remaining that was still...
Going ahead and clipping this. This, of course, does talk about It's a Me Ken going over and giving many, many, many subs to Kino Casino and basically deciding that he doesn't want to go and support Phil anymore. So apparently It's a Me Ken is gone and done. And Duty mentioned something here that when I was streaming on Friday, I mentioned too, and I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed
Still
this.
out there that was dropping massive supports was It's a Me Ken. That's right. And Phil even knows it. How do I know Phil knows it? Well, the other day during the playthrough, Phil just decided out of nowhere when support was slow. Phil came out and wanted to thank It's a Me Ken.
And that was the other day when he was playing Minecraft. I remember because I had to cut out early on Thursday, I think it was. And then I came back on Friday and I was here an hour early. And one of the clips I wanted to do was all the begging from the nighttime chill Minecraft, stream or whatever. And just randomly out of nowhere, he's like, by the way, thanks so much, It's a Me Ken, and he randomly says this out of fucking nowhere. He's like, thank you so much for all the support that you gave me on my birthday. And it was like, the dude wasn't in there. The dude wasn't talking or anything.
Supporting his birthday stream.
And I'm really glad that again, I don't ever think I'm the only one who catches anything, but I'm glad that somebody else not only, caught it, but then said something about it.
Massive amounts of cash.
Because it was really fucking weird to just have Phil just say a random thank you out of nowhere. And it's like, damn, the times must be getting tough.
He ended up dropping about $1,000. And to the point where it actually worked, because It's a Me Ken came out and dropped some money on Phil and actually got him to the goal, his night stream goal. Because, of course, no one else supporting got him to, I think, the $150 goal. But sadly, like many other, whales that have come and gone, It's a Me Ken is done. He's tired. He's out. He threw in the towel and said, all right, there's enough throwing money into this money pit. I don't see any benefit out of doing this. I'm gonna just bounce. And that's what he did, folks. And
we do also have some updates on the WWE champions spending as well too, thanks to TJ Gamebox, and then of course Duty has a video, and some other folks may have a video out about that, but I was just grabbing the most recent videos here in the last couple of hours that I could see. So there is also an update on the WWE champions spending.
Of course, where did he turn to? Well, apparently he went over to the Kino Casino crew and decided to drop some cash on these guys, and not just a little bit of cash.
And you guys may or may not be fans of Kino Casino, so, they are a little bit loud and, rambunctious, so you may or may not want to stay tuned for this. It is a very quick clip, and I'm not going to play the whole Duty video to try to just, get the point across of what's going on here. I just want to share some of this information.
Massive amounts of cash. So let's watch this video from Kino Casino, where apparently It's a Me Ken has broken pig noses and ran over to the correct side of the vortex.
Ken! What the? Me, Ken, for 85 subs!
Before we start,
Side Phil's top donator has defected on the day of his Switch 2 cancellation.
Do we give him a VIP badge? A crown?
If he doubles his contribution right now, we will give him
VIP badge
all
and give
the
it to Ken.
badges,
Holy
buddy.
fucking thank you!
Ken,
Thank
let's
you!
go!
Thank you!
This guy gave Phil like a G on his birthday.
They sound grateful, at least loud and annoying, but grateful. And some people might very well, think that it's a little bit too loud or too annoying or too, whatever. And I get that. I totally do. But these guys are extremely grateful because they understand how lucky they are to be doing what they're doing. And most people that are streaming, even if it's like a side hustle or, if it's full-time or whatever, 99% of streamers are not like Phil and are very excited that they get to do this to, like I say, even maybe make a little cash on the side or something like that.
Oh, you got to keep it going, right?
To the casino today.
Oh,
Phil.
Thank you, legend,
Buddy,
king.
brother
You're
Phil
always
was
Alrighty, so not only did he drop 85 subs, in total, I think he dropped 200 subs and then dropped some more money.
I think it was over 200, but I don't know the exact number.
It was over $1,000 that night for the Kino Casino crew, and he was in chat talking, and he actually specifically said that he's done with Phil.
I was going to go over to Kick to see if I could find this section where Ken is in the chat and talking about it, but I didn't have enough time to get
actually
there.
posted and said, I'm done with his begging. It's getting annoying. It was funny at first, but now it's no longer funny. And now he's on the side of the Kino Casino. And he did notate, he said something in there that he just didn't enjoy Phil's begging. It wasn't funny. It wasn't interesting. It got, it got repetitive and monotonous like everything Phil does. And of course, he didn't like Phil's snake eating of PPP and the casinos. So those were the multiple things that he cited, and he was in the Kick chat the whole time. This happened on the 25th, which was a couple of days ago. It was Friday, was the last stream. Your boy Duty didn't get a chance to post it, but I wanted to make sure.
I was trying to go through this morning, but for some reason, Kick was really giving me a hard time when I went to Kino Casino and was trying to find their show from Friday. It was just like running really slow. It wasn't, I was trying to hurry up and get the clips that I wanted to talk to or wanted to talk about and everything. And I don't know, it just wasn't working for me. So like I say, big ups to Duty for grabbing that and making the video. So like I say, just a really quick, I don't want to play a whole bunch, of Kino stuff or whatever, but yep. So it's a me, Ken. Apparently, like Duty says, he was over there in the Kino chat talking about how, he has just absolutely had enough of all of this, all this garbage, all this bullshit. It's, he's tired of the begging. A lot of people, I think, turned away from Phil after, he tried to say that he snaked the casino. And I also think it bothered him. I don't maybe necessarily know if Phil realizes this, but I think the whole thing with the switch really bothered people. When people realized that, number one, he lied like crazy, but also he was trying to get 2 switches, and it's 1 per household. That makes you look greedy. And then on top of being greedy as all fuck, then you lie about it. So let's get into, again, another quick clip from Duty. The guy is going to go live here in a second, and then we'll jump over. But I just want to give everybody a quick update. So big ups to TJ Gamebox on the WWE Champion spending.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty. Back again
Begging
with
has
another
gotten
video.
insane.
And this...
Oh, I know it. But we do have some information about why.
$2,000.
And here's why it's so bad right here.
That's right. Let's just start with the quick update over the weekend. Big ups to TJ Gamebox for reporting this out, but it looks like our boy Phil wasted $1,107, and this was simply just for the Hustlin' Platinum Final Pack. Now, you're probably wondering, why is he spending so much money on packs? Well, the prior week,
I have a disability myself and get a monthly check. Funny how I'm smart enough to not give an idiot money.
ended up playing, there was some contest for a John Cena JPEG, sweaty JPEG that he did get. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
Getting offended for being called a broke as he begs and then tries to buy 2 switches. That's a hard sell. I really think he's done himself quite a disservice after trying to say that he snaked the casino. So again, showing that he was essentially trying to plan to bite the hand that was feeding him all along, then begging for money, then telling people he's not broke, trying to grab up 2 switches, which just the greediness can really turn people off. So I'm really not surprised that people are leaving in droves. I also inquired when I was streaming yesterday, I don't see Jade in the chat anymore, and I've been told that Jade has left as well. And I hope that he took his Ultra memberships with him and either went to support somebody more gooder or kept his money in his pocket. But if Jade is gone for good, big ups to Jade.
That's right. Apparently, since the Switch 2 pre-orders were canceled, Phil couldn't save that money just in case, a pre-order or another pre-order round would occur. No. He had to waste it on WWE Champions because, of course, Phil knows nothing about saving any money. Good Lord. You would think that he would apply this to that broken toilet, maybe stop being a sink shitter, or just maybe fix the shower or get rid of the pink mold, or what else? The dishwasher. Oh, yeah, let's not forget about the broken dishwasher. The dishwasher's been broken for like 4 years. Maybe he could have took a trip to the zoo. Or maybe, Phil, you could have spent that money going to visit your parents.
Victoria.
Good Lord.
Good to see you again.
Didn't you tell us, or didn't you tell PPP that your mother's on her last leg? She has less than a year to go, and you're planning to go visit her in April. Couldn't you have wasted some of this money to go see your poor dying mother, bro? No, of course not. No. You can't do that, because when it comes to the priorities in Phil's life, it's begging, WWE champions, and then of course himself. And then everything after that is, you know, anything after that just rounds, you know, just whatever. It's a rounding error for Phil. So yes, that's right. $1,107, and that got Phil to what? Didn't get him that far. He got the 13th place. That's not too bad, you know. We all know that the best place is 4th place. But 13th place. And
I mean, 4th place is really 1st place. Am I right, or am I right?
Man, all the things I think about what I could do with $1,107. There's just so many things. Like your boy Duty, he got lucky. He got his pre-order, and of course his pre-order wasn't canceled because he wasn't that stupid. He didn't just simply post.
He wasn't greedy and tried to buy 2 at the same time.
He didn't post a screenshot of his,
that too. You
know,
didn't dox yourself.
Of his receipt.
Also a good thing to not do. Don't do that either.
I spent my money on a Switch pre-order, and I'm very excited to say it will be coming on June 5th. But anyway, let's get back to Phil here. So that's right, $1,107, and then let's not forget last week. Good Lord, last week he decided he wanted to, you know, burn some more money. And I think last Friday, if I'm not mistaken, let's double check here. It was, let's see. Here it is, folks. So April 19th, our boy Phil wasted $862.
Oof.
And here's the John Cena card I was referring to. The last time is now what was a loot pack? So I guess, I don't know if he did get the John Cena. I don't know. It was something related to John.
Yep, and the 800 and the 11, I think it was 1107, comes out to $1,969 in the last couple weeks. Let us also not forget the $3,000 when he had that big blow up and was like, oh, you guys are idiots if you fucking think I spent $3,000 on, you know, fucking WWE champions. So this $1,969 from the last like 10 days or so, that's in addition to, I think it was 2973 or something like that. Like literally, or no, it was, excuse me. I think it was 2,800 and change. Nonetheless, we're at $5,000 this month on WWE champions. $5,000.
On Cena. Who knows? Who gives a shit? No one gives a fuck. But yes, $862. Good God. And that only got Phil to 35th place. So if you combine those 2 days, $2,000. Good Jesus, $2,000 on sweaty JPEGs. Good God. Now, of course, we have to look at the totals here.
So, okay, here we go. Yeah, it was 29 and change. So, yeah. So we're going to get the totals here for the year.
And you know what? Let's just say that this is the last amount of spending that Phil will be doing in April. I mean, we don't know. I mean, that might not be the case. So let us real quick sum up. Let's do a summation here. So let's do that. And of course, we need to make sure and add it's just the 11D10. So that's right. So in April.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. It's been $6,000 here.
Good God. April alone, our boy Phil wasted
$5,956 just this month, not this year, this month.
$5,956. $6,000. $6,000, and this follows his pattern. So in January he wasted $2,600. In February he wasted almost $5,000, and then in March he scaled it back. He only wasted nearly $3,000. And now he's back up this.
But is it ironic? He got that $1,000. It was like April 2nd or something. He tried to pull that bullshit on April Fool's Day where he wanted the $900, dollars or, whatever. And so he made $1,000 that day and then made $2,000 on his birthday. Are we surprised? I mean, tell me that he still doesn't own that account. Clearly in March, where things weren't going so well, look, the number is literally cut in half. But notice that when he got an extra $3,000, like you did in the first couple weeks of April, notice it went up by $3,000. But tell me that you don't still have the Down from the Rafters account. Isn't that fucking funny? That when you make more, you spend more on this. But we're not supposed to believe. We're supposed to believe that you don't have the account anymore. Whatever you say, guy. Whatever you say, man.
$6,000, folks. Good God. So how much is that so far for 2025? Well, here's the magic number. $16,089. $16,089 for 4 months. That comes out to $4,022.25 a month.
Yep. And like Duty will, say here, you basically, you take that $4,000, I think he says like 4,000 and change, and you multiply it by, of course, the 12 months in a year or whatever. It's $48,000 and change.
I mean, I know people that don't even sniff this in a month in their
The original Christine is a great movie.
That they would love to get $4,000 a month in wages. But you got this moron, this idiot, this addict, this e-beggar dropping $4,000 a month on a mobile game. This has to be the biggest expense of all of his expenses. Like, he doesn't pay this in mortgage. His mortgage is about $2,000. I mean, his total wine is...
Yeah, I think the mortgage is like $1,880 or something like that, like $1,900.
Probably up there, but I'm gonna say it's only a couple $100. His DoorDash, I mean, he's ordering DoorDash every single day. Let's just say he's dropping nearly $100 a day on DoorDash. We're talking like $700 a week. So if you bring that out for the month, that's roughly about $2,800. Let's be kind to Phil. Let's say he spends $2,500 a month on DoorDash for food, on top of the pointless grocery shopping, so that he can seem like an important adult. All the fruits and vegetables he doesn't eat that just get bought and just get spoiled. Oh God, man, it's just so ridiculous. This man, I mean, this is more than the IRS payment, the bankruptcy payment together. This is more than the condo dues. Good Jesus. Anyway, $4,022 a month. Now,
so yep, like I said, that comes out to like 48,000 and change. So big ups Duty for doing all that math and all that struggle and everything. all that work that I don't really have the patience to do. I appreciate you for it. The guy is live. We will head over there. This guy owns like nothing but like the most raggedy looking blue shirts. I'm going to attempt to skip past as much of the cringe as I can so that you guys don't have to endure. Rosai, what's happening, honey? How you doing?
Good morning.
Good to see you again.
Everyone. On today's show, we got a couple big topics. First, we got to talk about what happened last night with Disco Elysium, because
nothing happened. You made $40, you cried like a bitch, and we will never see Disco Elysium again. Shocker, I know.
Because after, almost 2 months of playing this game, it seems like finally
a $40 stream. He spent $6,000 this month on WWE Champions. $40 ain't gonna cut it. What the fuck is that shirt? All he owns are like blue shirts. I don't understand what's happening.
Plus, today we must determine what will be the upcoming marathon for when I hit 50 goals, because we need to start building towards it and preparing for it. And
I need to figure out what you're going to give me the most money for. Are you going to give me the most money for the closet clean out, or are you going to give me the most money for the viewer's illusion of choice gaming stupid fucking thing I do?
Unless we determine what it is, we can't do that. So today we will come to some important decisions, plus chill vibes, Q&A, and more.
Q&A means I have absolutely nothing to fucking talk about.
On today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
The types of begs I hate is when Philbert says, I like the game, but he should just shut the fuck up. We know he hates the games. He hates the games. That is for sure. Hates them. We have some skip juice. Let me try to see if I can get past some of this.
Gaming real. Here it is interesting weather because we've had warm weather for over a week, meaning I put my air conditioner in and everything. And now today, out of nowhere, it's like cool.
Welcome to springtime, sir. Some days it's warm. Some days where I live, it's been 80 degrees. Some days where I live, it's been 40 degrees. Okay, maybe not 40, but 45, 50 degrees. Yeah. Welcome to springtime.
So I don't even have the air conditioner on. I just have my fans on today. Jasper actually is in the room, but he just jumped into the window. So you may see him on and off the podcast here.
Q&A means panic begging due to the $40 in support. Well, yeah, because here's the thing. The streak ended. The streak that we're not counting anymore. The streaks that we're not doing anymore, except we secretly are. The streak got broken. So now this is all going to be, I don't know what you guys want. I don't know what you guys want to do. There's going to be a lot of seeking validation. You guys, I had to quit the game. I had to quit the game. It's not making any money. I mean, come on.
And I hope that you guys are ready for some chill vibes. Today,
I highly doubt this is going to be chill.
We've got a couple important topics to discuss. Disco Elysium and the upcoming 50-goal reward marathon.
Yes, there are a lot of people who are going to get some extremely severe weather today and tomorrow. If you're in, good old Tornado Alley, if you're in the Midwest, even if you're in some areas of the Northeast, you are more than likely going to get smacked with some stuff today. I watch a lot of meteorology stuff. I love weather. So get your weather plans, get your alerts.
Aside of that, we're just
pay attention to the weather.
It's going to relax. There's not a crazy amount of stuff going on. There was no game news today. As I told you guys, right now it's the calm before the gaming storm. And what I mean by that is that there will be a bunch of new releases coming out in May that a lot of people will be talking about and playing.
His entire podcast is about money now. Basically, yes, it is. It's all just basically him running ideas past people or figuring out what we're going to do in order to maximize the most amount of money. That's why we need to keep talking about it. Well, guys, what are we going to do at 40? What are we going to do at 50? And he needs everyone's, buy-in. Toxie's Weather Channel. I wish I could talk about the weather all day long. That'd be fun.
In early June, we've got the explosion of gaming activity with the release.
Go to a channel called Max Velocity. He is a young guy. I think he just graduated. He's a meteorologist or whatever. And he does like daily recaps and everything. But again, yeah, if you're in some rough places today, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and then tomorrow I think it's like Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, and some of those other places. These next 2 days here. If you have power banks, do all your stuff for electricity, have an evacuation plan, know where you're going to go. Please bring your animals inside. It's going to be really bad, stuff like that.
And of course, Mario Kart World. Then we've got Summer Game Fest. And then we've got the Xbox online presentation. What did they call it?
Ryan Hall, y'all, is another good one. Absolutely. He's extremely popular.
Xbox, I forget what it's called. But that's also...
They're really good. They work in, conjunction with actual chasers that are out in the field because you need spotters. They're called spotters to see when the tornadoes are on the ground, what the hail looks like, what, everything that's happening. So Ryan Hall, y'all, Max Velocity are probably two of the, top
all the
channels.
Xbox exclusives, even though there are none.
Just everybody
and also,
be safe.
Outer Worlds 2 and stuff like that. So we basically are in a situation where there's a ton coming. And we're in kind of like the last couple of weeks of maybe a slowed down lull before that all happens. The good news is, I'm enjoying everything that we're doing. And I hope that you guys are too. I am interested to see how today goes. What do I mean by that? Well, today we're playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This will be my third stream of the game since it released last Thursday. And to be honest with everyone, I think it's one of the best games I've played in a while.
Someone also said that he's going to quit. He's going to quit Expedition 33 or something like that. Someone said that they feel like he's going to wage quit that at some point. Broside, thanks for the 5, honey. I'm sorry to harp on this. No, I'm not. This man needs to go to Gulag for that fashion fuck up.
Long time.
You can harp away. Don't worry. This isn't Snort Korea.
Plot.
You can chat about whatever you'd like in here. Just don't be mean to anybody.
Graphics, amazing music, and interesting gameplay mechanics, whether it's exploring the world for secret items and platforming challenges, or just seeing this awesome world design, to me, it kind of reminds me of back in the day playing a game like Final Fantasy 13. The gameplay of combat is also unique, where each character plays a little differently, either building up charges or using elemental weaknesses, and it's actually getting better and better the more that
You can talk about stakes all you want. He's going to axe blueprints. Oh, well, I mean, I wish he'd finish it.
I've been playing.
I'm not finished with it. I did get to room 46 earlier today, but
game.
I hope he doesn't quit it.
So why am I?
He'd like it if he'd stop just being so, I don't know, aggravated about everything.
Saying I'm wondering how today's going to go. Well, last week when the game came out, I played it for 2 straight days, and I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really.
Colleen, I really do think I feel like he wishes he could quit playing the video games.
Bowled over.
Or maybe if he wanted to play, I think maybe he'd still play some of them, but he's just kind of, it's all on what these dents and what these whales will pay for. I don't have all of the rooms discovered yet. I think I'm still missing a few, but yeah, a couple hours ago, before I was like, okay, I need to go figure out what clips I want to play for the stream. I got there. Yeah.
The attendance that we got, not to say that we didn't hit our goals, we absolutely did, but it just was weird. You would think for a game that is insanely positively reviewed all over the internet and that people are ranting
Great
and
try,
raving
Jay.
about.
Good to see you again, honey. Hope you're doing well. Hope you, your family. I know you got kiddos and stuff. Hope everyone's doing well.
For the streams of this game, and the attendance just wasn't great. I mean, I remember, I think that second stream on Friday.
The Power Hammer, you have to have it's the workshop for the Power Hammer, because you need the sledgehammer, the battery pack, and is it the lever, I think, but you need a workshop.
We barely had 200 viewers on YouTube and maybe like 60 on Kick. For a new release, that's just odd. You know, I would expect that for a game that we've been playing for a month or two, and this is like the tail end of the playthrough, not the second day, especially because the game is getting better and better. New locations, awesome boss fights, good stuff going on, and I'm loving it. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of JRPGs. I'm a huge fan of this style of game. So what's going on right now? Last week, when I asked that question,
you never get all 3. You might want to, if you get the coat check, I don't know if that's a room that you've gotten yet, but you might want to check an item.
Many people responded, okay? And the response was thus. I got responses in emails, DMs, and video comments. Basically, people are avoiding spoilers. This is an epic RPG, the likes of which we haven't seen in a very long time. It's made by only a 30-person dev team, which is an amazing accomplishment for how good the game is. And being that it is
the parenting and sports and being a chauffeur, among all the other things, right?
Narrative focused, people don't want to spoil the narrative. All right? So I get...
Yeah, you might want to get the coat check thing and check an item. It depends on what items I get. And if you're lucky enough to actually grab, the coat. Sometimes I try to get in there like the lockpick or something.
Really, I do. I kind of agree with you.
Or the lockpick kit.
But now, here's the thing. All right? Today is Monday. The game came...
Very good. Today is Monday. That means tomorrow's going to be Tuesday, so everybody look out.
On Thursday, right? And if you take a look at that... I've only played 5 hours of the game since it came out.
Metal detector and the shovel is good to keep in the coat check. I just got the armory late last night, and you could get the axe. The axe was cool.
Most people who have purchased this game within the 5 days that it's been out have played way more than me, probably played more than an hour a day. Okay? Now, I will be balancing this game heavily as a daytime stream moving forward, as long as people like it. But I certainly hope that now the whole rationale that, I didn't come by because you don't want to be spoiled, for the most part, will have been an outdated reason. You're mostly past me. Maybe if someone had never played it and they don't want to be spoiled on it, I get it.
I might be able to fit a bingo card here on the screen. I could get rid of some things and make some things smaller. I don't know. Do you guys, if I get an overwhelming demand, do you guys want to do bingo cards or whatever?
Okay, but seriously, I hope that we get more people today, because this game is outstanding. I'm loving it. I'm being told it's around, someone said like 50 hours long. So we're in for a long haul style playthrough. And man, I want to.
Great try, Jake. He's beside himself. He made $40 last night. So the streak ended. The streak that isn't supposed to be a streak anymore ended. So that's a big thing. So now it's, oh my God, I don't know what to do. You know how it goes. As soon as he doesn't hit a goal, and he was so excited because there had been, so many hit, the sky is falling. So now he's questioning his very existence at this point. He's now questioning every game he's playing, what's going to continue to do well, what isn't, whatever.
I want to keep playing it, and I want to keep it in the rotation as a major.
Or maybe not bingo. Maybe we could even do something else. I'm not really sure what, though. I'm not opposed to it by any means.
Your stream, being that it's so long and interesting, but I need people to show up. So let's see what happens today. Hoping that.
Yeah, he made $40, and I think barely 200 people were watching him between YouTube and Kick. But even if you look right now, there's not even 200 people watching him on YouTube, and this is the podcast. So
that whole first weekend where I didn't play it this weekend, I wasn't here on Saturday. Yesterday we did Oblivion. Hopefully today we'll get more of an audience for the game. I guess it remains to see.
You know how nervous he gets whenever, he doesn't hit the goal. So now we have to rethink everything. Got to rethink every game. We have to rethink every goal now. What's the 40 goal going to be? What's the 50? We got to talk about the 50 goal now, because he doesn't know what he's going to get more money for, the closet clean out or the viewer's illusion of choice.
Okay.
So,
all right. Anyway,
it's 220.
So what we should do, first off, before we start discussing other topics like the upcoming marathon and the like, I want to talk about Disco Elysium.
No drinking games.
All right, I do.
I guess I could do something if he drinks. I don't drink. You guys can drink, though.
We'll talk about Disco Elysium, because here's the deal.
Drink
with Disco
responsibly.
Elysium. This is a game that came out many years ago, and when it first came out, it was PC exclusive. Everyone at that point was ranting and raving. It's the most unique game ever. It's so dialogue heavy, and it deals with topics you would never see dealt with in a video game. And probably Phil's playthrough of it, if he ever played it, would be completely unique, because we know that the things he says and does, the way he handles things in games, especially narrative-based games, is very entertaining and different than what a lot of other people do, right? The problem—
I'm sorry, did he just say the way he handles narrative-based games is very different?
The problem was it wasn't a console game for a very long time. And then all of a sudden it did get ported to console, but it was late to the game when it did.
Do a bong rip every time he snorts for an entire stream. No one has ever died from too much marijuana. That would make someone die from too much marijuana. That's never happened and will never happen in the history of ever. That would actually happen. Like 3 people every 100 years who die from drinking too much water. That's what that would be.
It already—
That cat is adorable. Absolutely adorable. It's a shame that a piece of shit like this gets to have such an adorable little kitty.
Been out on PC for an extended period of time. There wasn't a lot of demand for me to play it. People had mentioned Disco Elysium over the years, telling me, oh, if you ever played it, it would be epic and it would be this amazing playthrough. But quite frankly,
Yeah, the gameplay for me is the worst stuff that he does, because he just doesn't talk. I remember when August the Duck did that video where he chose a random 5-minute clip and took out all the background noise and all the game noise and just let 5 minutes run of the only times that Phil talks. And he was playing Call of Duty, and he literally said nothing, and then he would die and go, he'd say, how could that guy even see me, or that didn't hit me, and then he was silent again for 45 seconds or whatever. He would only say something when he died. It was something shitty and negative, and he doesn't say anything. The gameplay is some of the worst shit that he does.
never really thought to play it. Then,
entertaining and different equals retarded and clueless. That's pretty good.
over the past several months, being now a PC gamer and having a PC to play all these games on, all right, and starting up doing indie nights. If you remember, that's the reason why we're playing it, is because we've been playing many different indie games since January, including games like Killer Frequency and Kiosk and the game about digging a hole and stuff like that. But all those games were meant to be short experiences, only a couple of streams, and you move on to the next great indie game. With Disco Elysium, someone wanted to see me play it so badly, they actually bought it and said, I'll donate it to you.
Oh, is he wage quitting a game somebody bought him? Who bought that for him? I don't remember this, but that's not saying much. What I don't remember could fill a fucking warehouse.
And not that that
I
was
don't
a
remember
big deal.
this.
It's not expensive or anything. But they said, I really want to see you try it and play it. And hey, if it doesn't work out as a playthrough, it's fine. I just like to see you give it a shot so you know what it's all about and know what you were missing. And that's really how I approached this game about a month and a half, 2 months ago when we first started playing it. Because now, if you didn't know, we've done 7 streams of this game. That's how much I've invested into it. It's like 14, 15 parts and like I think at this point, almost 20 hours of gameplay. Okay? So,
most of this is going to be a business meeting today because he didn't hit the goal last night. So be prepared for that.
Disco Elysium is a weird...
We have to talk about how a lot of this, a big segment of this is going to be him justifying why he's wage quitting Disco Elysium, because he made $40. He doesn't like it anyway. He doesn't like it, but here's the thing now. Apparently someone bought it for him. So you look even shittier when you're quitting a game that you didn't even pay for because you're not making enough money. So he has to go through this whole song and dance and justify why it's okay for him to quit it and why he's a grown-ass man and can do whatever he wants. And so listen, guys, we got to get back on track. You know, that'll be here soon enough. Guys, come on. Let's get that momentum going. We got to get back on track today.
Weird game. In a lot
He'll snap at you and clap at you and wag his finger at you.
of ways, I would struggle to even say it is much of a game. It's basically you walking around, trying to investigate a murder, point and clicking, kind of like it's The Secret of Monkey Island. But as soon as you open up a dialogue with someone, basically the game just becomes insane.
I have an idea. All right, I'll say this. Is anybody opposed to going to maybe 1.25 or 1.5 speed? We have some skip juice, but it will kill the skip juice a little bit. But who's opposed to that, or should we move forward a little bit there? Rosite, thanks for the 5, honey. Honest question: on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with a $40 stream? Personally, 15 out of 10 for me. The fact that I can even do this at all for me is a 15 out of 10. Yeah, $40, right? I mean, here's the thing: you can have $40, or you can have fucking $0. You sit at home on your ass. This dude sits here. He sits here and plays a game, and somebody else paid for the game. Gonna buy me a game and then just be like, hey, just sit down and play it for a few hours and I'll give you $40. Is there a dotted line I can sign on?
Long conversations.
Hello. 20 out of 10 for me.
Sometimes these conversations are very on topic to the game, investigating the murder. And other times these conversations have nothing to do with anything. These conversations are about politics. They're about religion. They're about the nature of existence and the human condition. They're about people treating people with respect. They're about, strikes and workers' rights and things like that. You might say, well, what the hell does that have to do with anything? And the answer is very simple. Nothing. It has nothing to do with anything. But that's how the game is, okay? The game literally throws you crazy off the rails into these insane dialogues. And as you develop these dialogues, you can actually get thoughts in your head that if you give them enough time in the game, you get stat boosts.
5 times speed. I don't quite know about that. Kino, thanks for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate you. Hey, Toxie, hope you're doing well. I am feeling better. Let us never have that week of me being gone ever again. That shit was terrible.
You get abilities. The game is like an RPG where you level up and actually can update different abilities that will let you pass a speech check. A lot of the times, though, the game is just RNG. So you'll be deducing something to do with something you're investigating, and it'll be like, well, because you have very strong composure, you have a 58% chance to pass this random dice roll as if you're playing Baldur's Gate 3. Okay? So you'll do the dice roll, and whether you win or lose, it depends on if you can continue on with this line of plot and investigation or not. It's very unique, but let me tell you something. I definitely feel like Disco Elysium is a game that is fun to play, but man, it's got to be boring as hell to watch because nothing ever really happens.
Didn't somebody, who was the absolute just legend, who said that this game would be too complicated for him? Whoever that was, I think they nailed it.
Sometimes, I'm not kidding, you'll be in a 25-minute conversation with one person that goes in circles and doesn't really amount to anything.
I don't know when this guy is going to understand. He is entertainment. If you are entertainment, you are completely funded by what's called people's disposable income. That means after they've paid their rent, their utilities, their whatever else it is that they have to pay, then they can spend money on entertainment. That's what that disposable income's for. Things that you don't necessarily need, but you want or you like to have them. That's how most people on YouTube or Twitch or Kick or whatever, that's what they're funded by. People who have that income to say, here, I have enough for myself, and here is a little bit of something for you too, as is what happens with entertainment. But this guy is so fucking spoiled and so fucking entitled. This guy thinks he's a necessity. This guy thinks that he's just got to be here. And it's like, Honey, you don't realize how disposable and replaceable you are. You should be down on your knees thanking God by name that you get to sit in your house and do this, and the man pulls 6 figures a year.
Other times, there'll be massive developments.
I don't know. Maybe he shouldn't cry about $40 last night when he spent $6 grand this month on WWE Champions.
Where after trying to do something for 6 hours, it finally happens and it leads to another discovery and another development and a bunch of action happens. Oh, so it really is a game that I feel is unique. Definitely a game that if you're a variety gamer, you should try to play, at least to understand what it is and what they were trying to do with it. But at the same time, I get why people probably aren't in love with my playthrough of this game. It's kind of slow. It's really hard to stay focused when these conversations go off the rails about completely unrelated topics. And quite honestly, I think it's probably pretty boring to watch. Not to play, but to watch.
Now, all of a sudden, after streaming it like 6, 7, 8 times, now all of a sudden, this must be really, really boring to watch.
Okay? So you might say, wait a minute. You just said you played 7 streams of this game. Well, why did you keep playing it? Well, to give you an honest response to that, every time I played this game, we did not get a lot of viewership. We did not get a lot of engagement.
But you made money. Okay, so I mean, at least you're answering, that's a pretty good one right there. At least you're answering the question honestly. Why did I keep playing it even though nobody was showing up and no one cared? Well, because somebody came in and gave me $150. I mean, you know, just say it.
But we got a lot of support because it seemed like there was a small group of people, maybe, 50 to 100 people who really liked seeing me play this game. And they would come back to the streams, and every stream would be 1 or 2 people would do like a big tip or a bunch of subs or a big super chat saying, please continue with this game. I really like it, and keep going. And I told everyone weeks ago, listen, here's the deal.
Correction, Scopely pulls 6 figures a year. Well, for sure, this guy gives Scopely $50,000 a year. Before he actually went live and we were watching one of Duty's videos. So far this year, this man has spent $16,000 on WWE Champions. That's akin to $4 grand a month, which is 48,000 and change, which would equal to in a 12-month span. 48,000 and change. Yeah, this man spends $45,000 to $50,000 a year on WWE Champions. So Scopely makes millions, but they pull $50K a year just from this motherfucker.
I'm willing to continue the game as long as we can get it supported, but I cannot play it more than once a week. It gets no attendance. And in fact, I told you this 2-3 weeks ago, it's literally the least watched thing I have ever done in the 17 years I've been a creator on YouTube.
I don't know, bro. You're barely cracking 200 people on YouTube right now. This is going bad for you, dude.
YouTube, no one is watching this thing. The streams are lowly attended. The videos don't even get 300 views in general. Like, it is dead. All right?
Nobody wanted him to play that Yakuza game. I don't know what his obsession is either, Colleen. I don't know.
So, that being said, I would continue it on at the pace of 1 stream a week.
Shout out that being said, obviously.
2 hours of gameplay a week, essentially, as long as people would still show up and support it. That happened 6 straight streams.
I'm sure he is thoroughly embarrassed. That's why he doesn't say anything about it. That's why he tries to tell everybody that he sold the account. But then you look at what he spent in March, and he spent $3 grand in March. But isn't it funny with the birthday and everything that happened? Now the money, he spent $3 grand on it in March, but now $6 grand in April. Huh. Funny how it went up by $3 grand. Like the $3 grand that he made between his birthday and the April Fool's bullshit.
To my surprise, I thought within a few weeks the thing would sputter out and die, and the experiment would be over. But seriously, it actually continued for 6 weeks of people coming and saying no.
Oh, people at Scopely are going on honeymoons, second honeymoons, buying vacation houses, putting their kids through college, buying private islands.
Please keep playing it. We'll support it. We'll support it. Well, last night, it finally ended. We started playing, and the funny...
Hell, there are probably a couple of people at Scopely that come over here to this stream and give this stupid asshole $150 to keep him going.
Part about it, of course, right?
If I just give this stupid asshole $20 to hit his goal, he'll keep giving us thousands of dollars.
The night that this happens is the night with the actual most occurrences. And
the birthday. Yes, I am a silly bitch.
I actually completed an autopsy on the body of the murder victim that led to all of this new discovery of plot that now we're moving in, and it actually made the game way more interesting. We started talking with a group of people who outright admitted they were the murderers, which of course makes you feel like probably they're not, and maybe they're trying to cover up for something.
So I've come to the conclusion that this game is really boring because nobody gave me any money. So I'm going to talk about this game for several minutes in depth. This game that I've come to the conclusion no one wants to watch or hear about. I'm going to talk about this intently for the next several minutes.
Actually got significantly better last night, but people just don't show up for this game. All right, they don't, and there's not much I can do about it. If people aren't interested in it as a viewership, then I don't know why I'm playing it publicly. You know, like perhaps this would be a game that years down the road, if I get some free time, I would play it for myself and finish it and give you my opinions on it after having played it behind the scenes. But I really don't know why I'm streaming it. You know, if people aren't here for it, and actually every time that I play it, people say it's boring. Stop playing it. Man, I'm falling asleep. I wish you would play anything else but this game. And that's been consistent. Not even just, oh, recently. No, that's been consistent like that. Okay. So there's not much I can really say. And last night, what ended up happening was at the very beginning of the stream, I got 2 contributions, 1 tip and 1 super chat. So I made $40. Okay. Then I proceeded to play the game. And the entire audience disconnected, wasn't paying attention, wasn't interested. And that was literally it.
Yeah.
I played it for 2 hours. We had all these story developments. No one actually cared who was on the stream. They were all bored. And then at the very end, I said to everyone, this is probably the final part. There's not much else I can do. I've done my best to make it entertaining. I've stuck with it for 7 streams.
You know what, though? You know what's really weird is I believe that. I really do believe that he tries his best to make things interesting. He's not an interesting person. The only thing that the only times I ever really see him get excited are when he's talking about food or when he was playing WWE champions on stream. And he was really loving it and really in the element and telling you every little everything, you know, about the game. Those are the only 2 times when I see him legitimately excited or, you know, maybe even the slightest bit entertaining is when he's getting ready to eat something, counting his money and shoving it in people's faces, or when he was playing WWE champions and he was doing those fucking pulls. He'd get $100 that he could, you know, just hurry up and do a pull with. I never saw bigger diamonds in his fucking eyes than that. This guy's just not interesting. If you walked into a coffee shop and this guy was there and you tried to make small talk with him, you would just find yourself right back out of the conversation in 30 seconds going, that was the, you know, most lame fucking encounter I've ever had.
And I told you guys weeks ago, quite frankly, it wasn't really working as a playthrough, and I was only continuing because these people were showing up and saying, no, we really want it. Let's support it. What can I do?
He should just be a WWE champion streamer. I agree. He should just do gambling, dude. Just do gambling. You like it. It makes you, you know, it might make you money. It would make you happy.
Kind of like, you know what it feels like? It feels like what used to happen when I did private videos. People would go to my Patreon and pledge $50, $100, $200 and request 2 to 4 hours of my time in private videos. And so I would have to take streams off. I'd say, sorry guys, I can't stream tonight. I'm filming tons of private videos tonight for 4 people. And people would be like, what? Why are you doing that? I thought that you're a public streamer. Well, you're right. You know, it is true that there's people out there who like me enough who would pay me for my time. And essentially I'm curating a special video just for them. But in reality, I'm a public content creator, right? I'm trying to entertain a public audience. That's where my success lies. Not to say that I don't appreciate those who have supported me privately with contributions.
I guess get shit on, Slayer.
With private videos, with donations. But that's definitely not where my bread and butter comes from. You know what I'm saying? Like, my main support comes from streaming publicly like this. And
Sir, I just want coffee. I don't care about your schedule, right? Like, because this is the kind of guy where whatever you try to talk with him about, it just slowly gets flipped around back onto him and you can't have a conversation. Because, I mean, listen to this. Listen to this. He just clearly wants to talk about himself. Zigga, thank you for the 2, honey. I appreciate you. He spent over a G on WWE Champions this weekend. He did. He spent $1,107? And for the month, he has spent $5,900 and, oh, damn, was it 29? Like literally $50 shy of $6,000 for the month of April.
getting support during a live stream. So I have to focus on what works the best. And basically doing a stream a week of 2.5 hours of gameplay, that's literally for a small handful of people. And now I'm beholden to them to actually show up and support that stream. It just doesn't really work. Okay. So
what if this is why he never got a job? What if this is what the interviews were like? They probably weren't far from it.
That's all I can really say. And I apologize. And like I said last night at the end of the stream, I said, unless someone can find a way to convince me otherwise, you know, I can't see myself continuing on with this playthrough. And it sucks. I mean, literally 15 to 17 hours.
The schedule has to be that he wants to claim that he is a variety streamer. There's only one reason why he's a variety streamer is because everybody has a wallet in their pocket. Everybody has a pocket and everyone's got a wallet in there with money. And since he wants money out of everyone's pocket, well, why would he just play horror games? Or why would he just play RPGs or whatever? It's also why he doesn't sit down with one game and play it until he's finished and then play the next game. Because if he tells you on Monday morning that he's going to play that Blueprints game, but let's say he doesn't finish it until Thursday. Well, what if you don't like the Blueprints game? Well, then you're not going to give him any money. You're going to go, well, I don't care about this game. I'm going to go fuck off and watch somebody else. But if he tells you that Monday night he's going to play Call of Duty, you might like that game. That's the only reason that he's a variety streamer. It's not because he likes a variety of different games. No, the fuck he doesn't. He likes very basic walking sims. That's not new information. But in order to try to get that dollar out of everyone's pocket, he has to do as many different things as possible. And then that becomes, I don't have enough time to do everything. It's why he does the eating shit. It's why he, does the Legos and all that bullshit, and why he tried to do Smart Guys. He's attempting to appeal to everybody, but in attempting to do that, he's appealing to, nobody.
To a game that's around 30 hours long. So we actually got more than halfway into it, but then the well dried up, as they say. So now people have been screaming at me for weeks to do something different anyway. So now we'll have more time. Whether that be a stream of Call of Duty, which we haven't done in 2 weeks, whether that be a fighting game stream, whether that be an extra Minecraft stream, right? Or whatever it may be. We'll now have more time for other stuff because that stream will be freed up. Okay? So there you go. Now, again, I'm not saying this is the end all be all, but it's really hard for me to try to make a decision to continue that game when it seems like no one cares about it anymore, right? Like, there's not much I can do. I'm sure I'll probably get...
So now he has to sit here in this fucking purgatory, in this like fucking personal hell, because here's the thing. Now he's worried. He wants to wage quit it because it didn't make him the money last night. But what happens if he plays it again and maybe somebody new comes in and they really like the game? He might shoot himself in the foot if he quits it too early. Somebody might come in and say, hey, I really like this. Here's a magical $100 for you.
Some comments on the video that'll be like, oh, I'm sad because I was following the playthrough. But you have to understand that I have to do stuff that a public audience wants, not just 4 people. And that's probably what it ended up being. There's a small group of really hardcore fans of Disco Elysium who are following the playthrough and really wanted to see me keep continuing it. But I can't...
I imagine anybody who is an actual fan of this game is watching somebody else play it.
Do a playthrough for 4 people. I have to do it for a public that want to watch and will engage and support it, not just for me, okay? So, there you have it, all right? Now, if things change, I'll let you know. I don't know how they could possibly change, but yeah, there's not much else I can do about that. I guess that's it for Disco Elysium. But at least I gave it a shot. I respect the game. I see what they were trying to do with it. I get it. It's uniquely narrative-based. So it's not that it's a bad game in any way, shape, or form. It's just not a good streaming game for my audience. Okay?
Now that it's me, Ken, left, do you think Lance is OIC?
Right.
Probably.
What I'd like to do is talk a little bit about where exactly we are with goals and everything. Leading into my next topic, we have to determine what the 50 goal reward will be today.
So now we have to talk more about money, more about what will give me the most money.
So first off, my first...
Or they watched it back when the game was released in 2019. Right. This man is so late to everything.
Contribution of the day just arrived. It is a $2 tip. You sometimes tell people to kiss your ass or eat out of your ass. Is that a legitimate offer? No.
Ew.
It's meant to be an inflammatory statement to piss people off and basically say, screw you, man, because someone...
Ew, moving on.
Pulls away.
That was awful. That was absolutely terrible.
From DSP Tries It, Salty Blue, a unique restaurant in this neighborhood that does all kinds of interesting stuff, including unique battered and fried fish, chicken schnitzel, shrimp burgers, and unique sides. It looks like a really good experience because it's something so different. I've never had any of this kind of stuff before. So I'm excited to try it, okay? That I would like to do by the end of the streaming week, but keep in mind, this is a short streaming week. I'm only here today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. That's it. I'm not here Thursday or Friday this week. I return on Saturday for a
Oh, so he's not here Thursday or Friday, returns on Saturday.
Very extended streaming week next week. Next week is going to be 7...
Well, he smacked that microphone good, didn't he?
Freaking days of streaming, okay? So, if we are...
Great try, Jay. Thank you for the $10 super chat. He would play it for 4 people if they collectively, boy, if I could collectively English, that'd be great. If they collectively gave him $150 last night, he would stream to 1 person if they gave him $150. He'd stream to nobody if he sent out an email and they gave him a $150 tip. He does not give a fuck.
To hit
How
our
many
goals
people
by the
watch?
end of the week, that means we have to be consistent. That means today we have to be hitting a goal for Expedition 33 and Minecraft. Tomorrow we have to hit a goal for Oblivion and for Blueprints, so that we can do this, hopefully, on Wednesday, okay? Now, of course, there's always a chance we can get an incredibly generous day where some people come by and we hit multiple goals a stream. And if that's the case, maybe we'll do it even sooner, but we could do it Tuesday, right? But it's not likely. Usually my goal is to hit the $150 to support each stream I do. And if we do hit those, then it means that we'll be doing it on Wednesday, okay? So, let's get some momentum started. Notably,
Great. I guess we'll watch him eat food on Wednesday. I don't know who cares, but just so we know.
yesterday being my first day back, after having my day off on Saturday, the entire day, there was only one contributor on Kick, and his name was Squirt Rocks, and he gifted a sub, and I appreciate that, Squirt Rocks. I have definitely noticed that on Kick over the last couple of weeks, support has dwindled a lot.
Did you notice where It's a Me Ken went? Because I think he gave like 280 subs to Kino Casino. It was 200 and something. I don't want to be like wildly just like off the wall here, but he gave over 200 subs to Kino and told him he was done with your bullshit. So you can kiss It's a Me Ken goodbye, bro.
Okay, and there's not much I can do about that. I am trying to build a consistent viewer base on Kick, and it is growing. If you actually look at my
if you keep banning everybody, didn't you just go on a banning spree yesterday? What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
overall viewers on Kick, they've increased. I used to only get between 40 to 50 viewers a stream, and now I actually have been doing better than that. On average, over on Kick, I'm getting something like, I think it's between 50 to 70, 80 viewers a stream. Hell, right now, I just refreshed it. I got 67 viewers. That's more than I used to get. All right, so I'm appreciative of that. Anyone who's watching me on Kick, thanks. Thanks for coming by.
I don't know why anybody would ever be back. If you go over and give money to Kino Casino, they're actually grateful for it. They're actually appreciative for it. They shout it out, and they don't tell you that you're a piece of shit if you don't give them money. So I don't know why. Once these people find someone else to go to, I don't know who would come back to being, who like voluntarily chooses to be belittled if you don't give money, or to be belittled and just talk to like you're garbage until you give the money. Again, I just don't understand the humiliation fetish or the fendom shit.
Thanks for checking the stuff out. I really appreciate you. And I'm hoping that over time, if I stick to my guns and I just keep consistently streaming on Kick, that I will grow that audience. All right? But yeah, it is concerning. We were doing pretty good on Kick for a long time. And then, as you know, we had the fallout with Kino Casino, which is long done with now. And now it seems like it's very sporadic. Sometimes we'll have some people come to Kick and support, and it's a ton. And
I was banned from Kick when asking why he used fat as a projective towards rich when his own wife is fat.
Nothing at all. It's kind of up and down and all around. Consistency is very good on YouTube. Every day on YouTube, we get super chats, we get memberships, we get tips. It's the Kick stuff right now that's kind of all over the place, right? So
that is not true. Last night when he was doing the Disco Elysium, he got one tip for $20 and one super chat for $20. He got no memberships on YouTube. He got no subs or whatever they are on Kick, and he got no memberships. So this whole YouTube always gives memberships and super chats, they do not.
If you're watching on Kick, please consider supporting the streams with a sub or a gifted sub. All right, today particularly, I really want to hit these goals. And so I'll probably just make it publicly available right off the bat, the offer, where if you gift 20 subs over on Kick, you will get both the VIP and the OG badges, and you can gift those to someone else as well if you would like. Because I really want to hit these goals and get the DSP Tries It this week, because next week I want to do this marathon. All right? I want to get it like that first week of May would be perfect timing. So it would be a month after my birthday marathon.
This is going to be a stupid question, but I don't mind asking stupid questions because I don't know what I don't know. What do you get? I don't have a Kick account or whatever, so I'm not like a member of anybody over there. What do you get if like you're gifted a membership or you get yourself a membership on Kick? What exactly are the benefits to that? I'm just curious.
I want to kind of stay on pace with you.
I know if you become a member of his channel, you get like the emotes or something, which those are free. You just design your emotes. So that's silly. But like, do they get anything? Is it $5 to be a member? I don't know much about that Kick stuff, so.
Okay.
That night when he was playing Minecraft Friday night, he offered at 8:30. At 8:30 p.m., he offered the badges, then took them away at 8:55. He said, fuck it. None of you guys want to take me up on my offer, so fuck it. It's off the table. Then he came back 10 minutes later and said, well, never mind 20. If you give me 10, I'll give you a badge. Literally within less than an hour, he offered them, took them back, and offered them again. Same as Twitch, you get emotes and a badge. Okay.
So, let me go ahead and post up that message in Kick Chat. Is that centered? Hold on. It looks like it's off center. Because it is off center. There we go. Okay, and I will shout this out in a second. Thank you, old ugly bastard. Let me get this posted. So,
Old ugly bastard, your rationale for putting Disco Elysium down is totally valid and logical. Mentally ill, outraged merchants will still cry about it, though.
VIP badge for 10 gifted subs. Both VIP and OG badges for 20 gifted. Let's go.
He'd have to put effort into offering members perks. You know he's too lazy for all of that.
There we go. So, it's the double offer. For 10 gifted subs today on Kick, you get the VIP badge. You can keep it for yourself or give it to someone else.
Oh, wow. He's lowering himself. What did he say the other night? For a mere $50, you guys. For a mere $50.
If you do 20 gifted subs today, you'll get both the VIP and the OG badges. And again, you can keep them for yourself. You can gift them to others. It's your call. Okay? I'm trying to get incentive for people to...
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to make my choice with my money. Thank you so much, you slimy little worm.
Contribute on Kick.
Thank you for telling me I can do what I want with my money.
It's tough. Well, hopefully we'll get some today. All right, I really need to hit these goals so we can get these rewards out. All right, so thanks for understanding.
I need to hit these goals so we can get these rewards out. The reward is you eating. What do you mean we have to get that out? What? You're not even listening to what you're saying. Your brain just goes, oh, must talk now. Bleh.
Standing there. So more shout outs to do here. So old ugly bastard just
Jesus Christ, your IQ is -6. You've got 2 brain cells. The 2 poor dwonky little things are brother and sister. Just keep trying to fuck each other like they're humping a doorknob. And each brain cell you get is just dumber and dumber and dumber. Christ.
Our first super chat of the day, $5, and says, your rationale for putting Disco Elysium down, I like how he terms it, putting it down like a dog, geez, is totally valid and logical, but mentally ill, outraged merchants will still cry about it. Of course, they'll say it's a wage quit. To which I'll respond, well, yeah, I said originally that it wasn't doing well at all, and this was a rare exception where I was going to keep playing it because there was a small group of people who wanted it and were supporting it. Like, again, it's like any other business. If something is...
Yeah, basically he wants $1,500 to spend $100 on DoorDash. You are correct. He may actually have wet brain. No, I don't disagree. Man's got something. I understand that. I mean, especially when you're talking live and you're not scripted, it is hard. And I screw up shit I'm saying all the time. And I say stuff that, like, you know, makes me sound retarded, I'm sure. But it's like he's not even thinking about what is, you know, it's just got to get the money. Got to get the money as fast as possible. We got to hurry up and get these goals so I can get this stuff out. Fucking what? Okay, guy, whatever you say. Seriously, maybe people who start watching him, God, maybe they don't start out retarded. Like, he makes people retarded.
Or business, which is your livelihood, your way to make a living. Do you keep doing the thing that doesn't work? Or do you try to find things to do? Why would you repeat the bad action that no one likes? Right? No one would understand that. People would call you an idiot. What do they say? What's the definition of madness? Keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want me to do? Just keep shooting it anyway and having everyone complain that the game is boring, don't play it, and have no one support? Like, why would I do that?
Well, wage quitting and just going on to something else is doing the same thing over and over. You're just taking out that game and you're going to slot in a different game. You're not going to do anything different with your show. You're not going to do anything different with yourself. You're not going to do anything different with your stream. So you are the definition of doing the same thing over and over and expecting something different.
Well,
you're looking for your next fucking, I don't know, whatever some people call it, like lightning in a bottle, or some people call it like a unicorn. You're looking for that next thing that's going to pay you out like the vest streak did. You are just desperately trying to recapture that glory of the fucking vest streak.
Be the villain here.
You thought it was Kino, I think, and Kino lasted a good while. But you're looking for that vest streak fucking success, quote unquote, again.
Because these idiots aren't logical. They'll say that, oh, it's bad he wage quit. What is your point? No, really, when they say that term, let's actually analyze this now for a second, okay?
Ooh, he thinks he's going to get smart now. I like when he thinks he's going to get smart. This makes me a happy girl.
My job is to end
gout in a bottle. No, he's already got that.
Entertain an audience with public content to the extent where people will enjoy it and reciprocate with financial support so I can make a living and continue to finance all of this so we can keep making more content. So if I wage quit something, what's wrong with that? Can anyone actually explain? Am I supposed to just endlessly do things no one wants and then make no reciprocating income because of it and go out of business? Is that the right thing to do? Or is that the insane?
And here we're looking for the validation, which is where I knew we were going to, get to. I'm allowed to do it. I can do whatever I want. This is a business. If something with the business isn't working, then you don't keep doing it. And so I told you we'd get here.
Only stupid brainless thing to do that an idiot would do. Right? And I'm not saying that there wouldn't always be a situation where maybe I would do something that isn't doing well. For example, I really stuck it out with Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, and that was the game that frequently wasn't hitting goals, right?
So, yeah. So what's the difference here? You'll stick it out with some games, but not with other games. That makes you a hypocrite. Because what was your reasoning for sticking with Pirate Yakuza, but you won't stick with Disco Elysium or anything else that you've wage quit?
So there definitely are times when
And it's also funny that as long as the shit hits goals, it's very clear that you'll play things that you don't like. He played Baldur's Gate 3 forever because that shit made him like at least $100 a day for months. You know he hated it. I
make the exception. But you have to understand that it has to be that. The exception. It can't be the rule. If the rule is just play whatever and just hope for the best, I'll be out of business. I have to be doing things to entertain you guys, okay? And that's getting increasingly more tricky. Why? I'll tell you why. Because games aren't as good anymore. When you've got big blockbuster companies like Ubisoft releasing Assassin's Creed Shadows or BioWare releasing Dragon Age Veilguard, right?
If games just aren't as good anymore, your best streak ended years ago. So your streaks and everything have always ended.
Incredibly boring installments of giant franchises that used to get everyone excited and put butts in seats for a playthrough. Now they're just so bad, right?
I think he does like those pirate Yakuza games, which goes to show that even when the game won't make money, if he likes it, he'll play it.
So what are you supposed to do? This year, I'm definitely doing different stuff. I'm taking a different approach. I'm listening to your feedback constantly. I'm pivoting from game to game, project to project to find the things that are working and the things that aren't. Okay? We're doing indie games. We're doing different things. Maybe now, because we're not doing Disco Elysium anymore, we could try other indie games. We could bring back indie game night and you guys could suggest indie games to try it and go from there, right?
But yet, wouldn't do Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade would have been huge if he would have done Stellar Blade. Schedule 1. Why won't he play Schedule 1? Don't understand it. I understand that it might not be as popular as it was, a couple weeks ago or, a month ago or whatever it was. But it was like, that was huge. All these things that are very, very popular. He dodges, wouldn't play, had to be basically coerced into playing Baldur's Gate 3. He will not play. I'm not saying he doesn't play anything good. That's not true. But it's like a lot of the really, really popular stuff. It's like he digs his fucking heels in and he won't do it. And it's like, you're hurting yourself. You're doing this to yourself.
It's this simple. If I can sit here for 2.5 hours and talk with you guys, just doing open discussion and Q&A on a chill night stream, and I can hit a support goal doing that, but then I play a particular game and I can't make more than $40, I think we know where the problem lies. It's not me. It's what I'm doing with the time that I'm on stream.
Look at him desperately. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me. I'm not bad. I'm not terrible. I'm not awful. I can wage quit when I want to wage quit. It's not me. It's totally not me.
Certain games just don't work. You guys find them boring. You'd rather sit here and just talk to me for 2 hours than see me play a boring game.
Maybe that means they would like interaction with you. Maybe that means they would actually like it if you would read some of their messages or do something, with.
Right? Now, boring is subjective. I don't particularly think that Disco Elysium is boring, but
He also talked pretty big shit about Baldur's Gate 3, too. He did.
Trying to do the right thing.
He talked a lot of shit about Stellar Blade. I don't know what happened with Schedule 1. Schedule 1 could have been a really good opportunity for him.
And jump from project to project until we find the stuff that sticks and works, right? Right now, definitely Oblivion Remastered is working. You guys have enjoyed the Minecraft stuff I'm doing, right? We're going to jump around a little bit. We got new stuff coming up soon. We've got Metal Eden coming out. Then we've got Doom. Then we've got other things at the end of May. There's a new fighting game collection coming out. We've got, of course, Elden Ring Night Reign coming out. We've got a variety of stuff happening, right? And so it's not always going to work, but it will work from time to time when you find the right game. And if it doesn't, then you jump to something else. So go ahead and call it a wage quit. That's what a smart person does. When someone is working hard, but what they're working hard to do isn't actually satisfying their customer base, they then pivot and adjust.
But not off of one bad day. That's where the problem is. That's why it's called a wage quit. Because it's typically called a rage quit, which means you just very abruptly end it and you're angry and you're done. But you're so transparent. You're not even willing to give the game one more shot. You're like, nope, didn't hit the goal. It's done. It's garbage. Who the fuck cares? That's not good. There are plenty of businesses who have a bad day and they look at that and they go, okay, well, maybe when we do this, we'll have to do something differently. You're not adjusting accordingly. The way you're adjusting is you're just quitting. You're just choosing to quit. That's not adjusting. That's not trying to work out what the problem is. That's just, nope, this doesn't work. And you don't know that it doesn't work. But yeah, I mean, really, we all know what the real bottom line, is here is that the whales are dropping, man.
Find success.
Fast.
Right? If you're running a restaurant and you absolutely are determined on putting out fried chicken, but everyone in the neighborhood says, we don't want fried chicken, we want Italian food. Do you keep making fried chicken and not have any sales? Or do you say, I need to change the methodology of my restaurant because this is what people in this area want, and then you make the Italian food so you can make money and keep being successful? Or do you just get stubborn?
Well, then what are they telling you that they want? You had to play this game 7 times for them to tell you that? So they walked into your fried chicken restaurant 7 times and got fried chicken, and then they came in and said they wanted Italian food. Huh? I am confused.
Keep making fried chicken no one wants and then close your business because you made no money.
He's very much so defending. He's looking for validation that it was okay to quit. And remember, he's smart. He's smarter than all of us.
Right?
As one thing goes a little bit pear-shaped, we just drop it and we quit. We don't try to fix it and make it better.
Okay.
We just quit
So it is what it is. All right? Sorry about Disco Elysium. Let's continue. We actually have In Dead with a 5-pound super...
Yeah, you're sorry, not sorry. We get it, man.
said when he responded to this. So I'm just trying my best to not let any of it get to me and just ignore it and say, troll tip, moving on, and just keep things moving. So I hope that I've been doing better. I've really focused on trying to do this recently. I would love to hear your feedback on that, okay? All right, I received a $10 anonymous tip. There is no message with that $10 tip. So let me go ahead. You get that on the leaderboard.
Oh, here's his new favorite little dent there.
Thank you so
Cade,
much.
is that the name of him? His Minecraft gameplay is abysmal. Oh, yeah, that I tried to watch some of that the other night. That shit was rough.
Cade with a $5 super chat says, I sincerely appreciate your ignoring trolls and negativity. When you don't, I usually leave, so keep it up. Yeah, and here's the thing, all right? First of all, when everyone says lullcow, what does that mean? Oh, it's someone who we prod and we harass on the internet to get an outcome, and then they give you that outcome, and then we can all laugh at it, right?
Nah, it's really just somebody who they are always just acting like a complete loser and an asshole, and you can milk them. That's why they're a cow. You're farming them for the lulls because they do shit like you do.
So by ignoring their nonsense, I don't give them the outcome they want.
You give me the outcome I want if you didn't give me what I wanted every single day, I would go do something else. I would go find something else to do for fun. There are some days where you are quite boring, where you don't really give me much to work with, but there are some days that are just absolutely chef's kiss and they're beautiful. And the thing about it is as long as you just keep being unapologetically yourself, you are prime for the milking, and it's never going to stop.
And then they have nothing to talk about. All right, I give them a boring day. Oh, there's no DSP news today. He didn't freak out today on stream, right?
It is a little boring when he doesn't freak out on stream, but there are LARPers and trolls and other things that can normally be counted on, just like this here. I appreciate you ignoring the negativity, but now we're going to talk about negativity. You see how this works?
In addition,
it's too good.
Is when I respond to their stuff logically, which I try to, it doesn't matter. These aren't logical people, right? These are illogical dunces who the reason they say and do this stuff is to get the rise and to laugh and to just be stupid internet bullies. They don't care about reality. They don't care about honest answers.
Who's bullying you? We're sitting in our own little social circles making fun of you. That's not bullying you. When I walk up behind you and I push you down in the dirt and the mud, then I'm bullying you. When I kick you in the balls and take your lunch money, I'm bullying you. I'm sitting over here in my own little social circle talking shit about you, which anybody can do about anybody. Nobody is bullying you, bro.
Or the
Nobody.
How things are. They just want that top.
The folks over at WPIG or Duty or Iviga or anybody else who's sitting on their streams, Tevin, and just talking shit about you, they're not bullying you. We're just sitting around talking shit about you because we enjoy doing it.
Toxic drama, that's what they're fishing for, right? They're literally casting out the line. Hope he bites.
And then you do things like greedily try to order yourself 2 switches and get cucked and fucked do anything to you. You fucking retard. We don't do anything to you. You do it to yourself.
It's today. Hope he bites today. So there's no point.
You bite every day. Your ego and your pride will not let it go.
Point in bothering with the crap, you know? So thank you, Cade. And yeah, I just don't want to bother with their crap anymore. I don't see the point. It's just a waste of everybody's time. The truth is my real fans wouldn't even say this kind of stuff, wouldn't ask. They get what I'm saying, right? My real fans would be like, yeah, we were on the Disco Elysium streams. They were boring. We don't want that game anymore. We get why you're quitting it. They wouldn't be sitting there screaming wage quit, because they're like,
I don't care that you wage quit the game. I just know what it is. I don't care. I would never go to you and say, haha, you wage quit. Why the fuck would I talk to you? I don't want to talk to you. I don't actually care. I don't care what you do. I don't really think you understand that. Maybe other detractors feel differently. I can't speak for everybody. I don't give a fuck about what this guy does. Some of it's interesting and funny, and some of it isn't. But the fact that he quit the game, the fuck do I care? It's no skin off my ass. I wasn't the moron who bought him the game. I don't care.
Yeah, well, we want you to quit.
Is it even possible to bully a 43-year-old? No. Once your age starts to, begin with like a 2, it's kind of hard to bully you.
That was the point. We actually wanted you to quit.
But I don't go on his stream. I don't have like a random account where I go and I sit on his stream and I say like fucking like rope yourself or you're a loser or whatever. I don't bully him. I don't send him $1 and go, hey, kill yourself, or something like that.
Because we didn't like it,
You get bullied if you allow yourself to get bullied. And here's the thing. If he doesn't get bullied, then he can't play a victim. There are some people in this world where if they woke up tomorrow and they couldn't play a victim, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves. And this gentleman is one of them. Yeah, I don't care enough to go and troll him.
Okay.
You don't need to. He does these stupid fucking things all on his own. And
all
for
right,
that, we applaud him.
So, good stuff there. Thank you for the early support. Please let's keep it rolling. Thank you for the tips. Thanks for the super chat. We can do for some memberships. And also,
literally every streamer drops games that don't make them money or are boring to their audience. At least you try to play boring games. Most streamers just play streamer bait, flavor of the month crap. Well, by all means, don't play what's popular and make any money. Don't do that.
I'm just not going
Don't play what's popular.
to care about this kind of stuff, trying to bait me with a tip, trying to get me to say something, inflammatory. No, we're just going to chill together and have a good time. And you can pick at your own ass all day, wondering when you're going to have another piece of content because you're not going to get one.
I missed something there. What?
Not going to care about this kind of stuff, trying to bait me with a tip, trying to get me to say something, inflammatory. No.
Oh, I just screwed up. What the hell? Hold, please. Now I don't remember where I was.
It just was weird. You would think for a game that is insanely positively reviewed.
Hold on while I get my shit right here.
In general, like, it is dead. All right? So, that being said.
Give me 1 second. Now I'll find where we were. My bad. Bear with me here. That was awful. I got hit with big old dumbness.
Big Baba Phil with a gifted membership this morning. Thank you.
I did fail. That was an awful fail.
No, Big Baba Phil, dude.
I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're right. We're right.
No, I am a lalcow in the respect.
Right, I wage quit. Fuck this shit, I'm leaving.
Okay,
It's fuck this shit o'clock, I'm out of here.
If the definition of a lalcow is someone on the internet who gets harassed because people want to get a certain outcome out of them, that's definitely me. 1,000,000%. Just the difference here is that I'm an unwilling lalcow who doesn't want to participate in the drama sphere that these people try to pull me into. I just want to be left alone. And I just want to make positive content, and I don't want to harm others.
I don't know anybody who wants to be a lulcow. I think most people who you would define as a lulcow are pretty much unwilling participants, but they just can't stop being who they are.
And I don't want to cash in.
Unsubscribed, wage quitting this positive stream. I'm sorry.
The drama that people throw at me. Nor do I want to be a shill. I don't want to be any of these things that people have done to be successful. I want to be my own man and march to the beat of my own drum and do it my way.
Well, then keep begging for $20. That's fine if that's what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that.
And people don't like that at all. They want to keep pulling me back into the ways that other people have gone, and I refuse to do it. I think that's why
People are desperately trying to save you from yourself, sir. There are things in life that make you money and things in life that don't. People are desperately trying to save you from yourself. And that's really, really sad. Because you would choose to struggle over doing what would really be successful for you.
I'm so polarizing why after 17 years, so many people on a daily basis keep talking about me. We're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep trying to spin Phil in this negative light. We're going to keep trying to get him to take the bait and say this and do that because, that's our lifeblood. I just don't want to do it,
Oh, he's very in denial about him being a lulcow, for sure.
Okay. All right. So thanks for the early support. Please, let's keep that momentum going. All right. Let's hit that goal today. Like I said, 4 more goals to go until the next DSP tries it, which is a very unique restaurant. Now let's talk about the next goal after that when we hit 50 goals achieved. All right. The 50 goal is the milestone where we do a special event. It's not DSP tries it, okay? We're going to do a marathon. And the 2 ideas that we've talked about now for like 2 weeks. Right now, we're going to determine what the next marathon is.
You're not going to give them that 100 marathon that they hit a couple of weeks ago? I guess you just fucked them out of a marathon. We're just moving on. That didn't happen. Thanks for the $7,500. You get nothing? Okay.
Going to be this very moment. All right? So
why are we looking so far ahead? Because he needs to take a tally every day of what people want because he has to choose what will make him the most money. Will the viewer's illusion of choice gaming marathon make him more money, or will the closet clean out make him more money? So this is where he asks, what would you guys like to do? And he wants to hear all one way or all the other way, which he never gets because people have different opinions. And then he doesn't know what to choose. And then he'll ask tomorrow, what do you guys want?
So here's the 2 ideas.
And we'll do this round and round and round and round until finally he makes a decision.
They're both very valid. I like both. I would like to do either. Idea number 1 is the return of viewer's choice. What viewer's choice entails is that I will make a community post on the main page of DSP Gaming on YouTube. Excuse me, I felt the burp coming. You guys will post up games which you would like me to play during this event. Now, for transparency,
I will choose the ones that I find appropriate. You can pick whatever game you want. I'll get rid of just about 300% of them. And then I'll give you the games that you can choose from, giving you, thus, illusion of choice.
Sake, this is not an event where I'm going to sit here playing a game for hours and hours on end. The idea is for me to kind of get a tasting of a variety of games that I've never played before, okay, to see if any of these games are entertaining enough that they stick, and now we want to do a full playthrough of. For example, we have done Viewers' Choice Marathons in the past that have absolutely resulted in great events, full playthroughs, things that really worked out well, whether that was a throwback playthrough to a...
So basically, pick a game from a curated list that he's chosen from, and then maybe if you support him enough, he'll decide that he'll play the whole game that you can support. I know, I threw a thus in. I thought it would be funny.
Old Bethesda game from
Thank you, Angry Monkey, for getting it.
Yesteryear, me trying out something completely new and different I never knew about, like the Persona series or Super Mario Sunshine or other things like that. Okay, most recently, the one that we just did a few months ago, I tried a variety of games, and the one that really worked and stuck was Onimusha HD. We played it, and it was super duper good, in my opinion. I ended up doing a full playthrough of the game after the fact. Okay, so it worked out really well.
It's basically just a way to pick and see, to like choose a game. You choose a game for him, so you basically, you know, you do the work for him, and then he wants to see if that game will make him as much money as possible.
Every time that we do this stuff, we seem to find something that works, and we end up continuing as a great playthrough. I like Onimusha so much, we're going to play Onimusha 2 HD next month, and we're going to play the new Onimusha game next year. So there you go. That's like the perfect example right there. Okay, but the catch, the very catch of the Viewer's Choice event is that we need time for people to nominate games in this thread. Then I need to tally up the most nominated games, make a poll, and then people need time to vote on the poll to determine what the games will be during the marathon. Typically, it's around 4 games that I play for like an hour each during this marathon, okay? So we need time to do it. So if we don't set this up like right now, there won't be enough time to actually set this up and have people do it. So, you know, today is the day we have to make this determination, okay? So if we go with Viewer's Choice, I'll set up a thread on the community tab, posts. It's actually not the community tab anymore. They call it the post tab of DSP Gaming. And you guys will post up your nominations for games. And then after about maybe a week of posting that up, I'll tally up the highest nominated. So let's say one game got nominated 10.
Yeah, he'll make a post with like 85 different rules. You can't pick this, you can't pick this, you can't pick this. That will force your hand into picking only a few.
10 times. One game got nominated 12 times. One game got nominated 20 times. So
one of the rules last time was you couldn't do Stellar Blade. You couldn't play anything that he had played within like the last like couple of years or whatever. No this, no that.
Whatever the most nominated games are, make a poll. You guys vote. That determines the final games for the marathon. Okay? So that's option number 1. Option number 2 is the Closet Festival. What is the Closet Festival? Well, I have a closet. Ow! I have a closet right next to me. In fact, you know what I can do?
Don't hurt yourself, Grandpa.
I now have the tools. I can show you the closet. Oh, I just realized my camera is flipped because I'm going to be playing Expedition 33. So the closet is actually this direction, but it looks like on camera I'm pointing the other direction. All right, just for the record. So here it is. This is the closet right here. And in this closet is a whole bunch of stuff, including decorations, equipment, vests, hats, things from over the years. All right. 3 years ago, I did a marathon where we did the closet clean out event. I went to this closet for the first time in like 8 years, and we cleaned it out from top to bottom. There were games, there were decorations, there were, you know, pieces of equipment, there were documents, there was all kinds of crap, peripherals, consoles, things that we found in there. And after having cleaned it out, basically I was able to reorganize my office in a way that was really nice, and we had a place to now hang my vests and hats and all of that in an organized way. And that actually worked for a while. But then I changed it up. And last year, I stopped wearing the vests and hats as tiered reward goals. You know, it used to be, oh, I raised $50 on a stream, I put on glasses. I raised $100, you vote on a hat for me to wear, stuff like that. Okay? Well, I don't do that anymore. All right? We stopped doing that. It didn't really work anymore. It got boring. It got tired because I was doing it too often. All right? So right now, I have a whole bunch of vests hanging that are not used. I have a whole ridiculous amount of hats there that are not used. I've got props from over the years, from Super Bowl.
Oh, we're going to talk about this every day. We're going to talk about both of these things, Optimus. And you know it as well as I do. We all know it every day. Every day until somebody picks.
Events. I've got 1 million boxes from all of the equipment that I bought when I upgraded my office over the fall into the winter. Okay? This closet is another huge mess again. A giant mess. And it needs to be cleaned out. But I don't have time because I stream too much, right? Now, on the other side of that.
You mean like last week when you had 2 days off, you couldn't take, I don't know, a half hour and clean out that closet?
I have all these vests and hats, for example.
Yes, I apologize. I'll take it back. Yes, we're going to hear about both every day. Both. We'll talk about both until we get a decision here. Monetize my chores, monetize which game we should play next as a whole playthrough.
Remember this guy? I'm blocked by
Oh, yes, thank you. You should really take the other camera down.
my own camera. Remember this guy? What about when I was playing One Piece a couple years ago? Or how about over the years when I played games that were set in space. So as you
Oh, yeah. Oh, please. Yes. That metal dick looking thing on your head. Yes. Thank you.
can see,
Yeah, that one might not be bad.
I have a series of really silly hats, right? I also have a whole bunch of vests and things.
That was
We don't use
worth
them
it
anymore,
right there.
right? So the idea is, over the course of a marathon, all right, we do another closet clean out. I start to systematically pull all the crap out of this closet. We look at it together and we figure out, is this something I need to keep? Is this something I need to toss? Would this be cool for something for my background decorations? Because here's the thing, things have changed, right? Even just between now and 3 years ago, my whole
I think when he bought all the equipment for this like new studio setup, I think he shoved everything in there, all the boxes and shit.
setup looks different. My decor every month is different behind me. So maybe we can find something and be like, that'd be good for the background. Or maybe we're like, we'll never use that piece of crap ever again. So we can make these determinations, okay? Once we figure that out, I'll just get like a big giant contractor garbage bag and start filling it with crap. I know right for a fact there's a bunch of boxes and shit I don't need from all the equipment I bought, but I just toss the boxes in the closet, you know? So the course
So there's boxes I don't need. So as opposed to breaking them down and throwing them in the garbage, I just threw them in the closet and closed the door.
of the day would be going in there, finding stuff. Is it good? Is it not? Toss it, keep it. We determine it together. We figure out together what to keep, what to get rid of, right? As we're doing that, of course, it's a hangout session. We have fun discussions. We have chill times. You know, it's just a good day of enjoying each other's company. Now, for every milestone of support that I get that day, I put on something of your choice. So, for example, let's say we hit $50 of support. I would do a poll saying, what hat would you like me to wear? The Bender hat?
What hat is closet clean out best?
The Luffy straw hat? Or the red fedora? And you'll vote, and whatever wins the poll, I put that hat on, and I keep it on for a while during the marathon. Then when we hit $100 of support, I do another poll. What vest would you like me to wear? The Pokemon vest, the red vest, or the gold vest? You vote. Whatever wins the vote, I put that on. Okay? Now, as we hit further...
He says he's losing weight, but I don't know. All that DoorDash, it looks like it's hitting him.
milestones of support, like let's say we hit $150. Another poll goes for a hat. So now you vote for the next hat. And each time that I wear a hat during that marathon...
Oh, yes, please. Thank you.
It's a send-off.
Oh, beautiful. Come on, Piggy, smile for the camera.
Because basically, this is the end of me having these props on streams. I'm not going to wear them anymore. So I put them in the storage. What I'll have is I'll have a storage bin here, set up and ready to go. And every time that I wear one, okay, when we hit the next milestone, all right, goodbye, Bender, retiring this hat. Thanks for all your service. Goodbye. And you put it away. Now, the goal is that by the end of that marathon, we've had a chance to wear every vest and every hat one final time to give them a send-off. Now,
oh, he wants enough money so that he can wear every hat and every vest. At least once.
This is not the end of them forever. It's just putting them in storage. Because now what I can do, since I'm going to clean out this closet.
So give me a bunch of money because I'm going to retire them. They're never going to come back except for in 6 or 7 or 8 months from now when I'm busted and I have no one else to leech off of because Kino Casino told me go fuck myself. I'll bust these out again.
I'll be able to sort everything properly, have everything neat. I'll be able to keep those things in there in a storage bin. So now if in the future, okay, we do a marathon, we could do a festival. Phil is doing a one-time only marathon festival where, again, if we hit milestones of support,
But it won't be a one and only if you've already done it. You keep making all this crap like one and only, or what wasn't the badges supposed to be a limited time offer? You offer those fucking badges every other day. You just offered them on Friday. It's Monday. And you weren't here on Saturday.
I'll wear a vest or a hat or whatever. We could bring it back. All right? That's my idea. I think this would work well because, number one, we get to clean out the closet. It'll be completely organized and useful again because right now it's not. It's completely jammed with crap after 3 years.
He wants to do this way more than viewer's choice. You can tell by how much time he's spending just explaining this. You can tell that this is what he wants to do because he won't have to play any games. Oh, and he's going to be getting drunk too. Don't forget, he's going to be drinking while he does this.
Number two, we'll have a long time to chill. It won't be about me playing games all day. It'll be about me having fun hanging out with you guys. And number three, we'll all get to see me in the silly...
When he was dick riding Kino, he told them these goals are stupid and childish. Now it's monumental. And you know how it goes with this guy. It's whatever it needs to be, whenever it needs to be. It's stupid until it's not stupid. Just like Walmart. Walmart's for poor people until they're going to let me buy 2 Nintendo Switch 2s, excuse me. And then it's okay. This sucks until it's good. This is good until it sucks. Kino Casino was great until they weren't, you know? The hats and vests were good until, I'm getting clowned on for this. Well, now it's stupid. But oh, wait, they might be valuable one more time.
Hats and vests and things for the first time ever in full HD. The last time that I did this, I didn't have this quality. Now you'll be able to see it in full color, full HD, you know, represented well, and kind of giving it a send-off, all right?
A send-off until we do this again, I guess.
So there you go. So either idea, in my opinion, is great. I think either idea works well and serves a purpose, okay? In one case, we get probably a game or multiple games for future playthroughs that'll work. In the other case, we clean out the closet and we give a cool send-off to the past wow, that looks weird having Bender crushed inside the straw hat. That's pretty disturbing. And we'll have it set up so in the future we can do like a silly festival or whatever, right? So either one's good. So what we'll do right now.
Oh God, what are we gonna do right now?
Is we'll do a poll. Well, before I set up, well, I'll set up the poll first, and then I got shout outs to do, okay? And then we'll see what you guys want based on your voting today, okay? And then based on that, we determine how to proceed, you know, advertising this event coming up and try to hype it up.
Oh, are we actually gonna make a decision today?
Now, here's the funny part. Classy Jeff says, do you really think people will pay to watch you go through your trash? People said exactly the same thing in 2022. To the word.
Yes, they absolutely will pay me money to watch me go through my trash. I would know, because I've done this before.
People said, no one cares about you cleaning out your closet. This is not going to work. It ended up being the most popular thing I did all summer. It went so well. It was so well supported, well attended, and people liked it so much. People asked me to clean out other closets in my house. They said, don't you have another closet you could do? I was like, yeah, I do, but I think it's kind of stupid. I don't want to just sit around doing closet clean outs all day, but it worked really well. Okay, so.
Gabe Itch. That's great.
So there you go. All right, let's set up the polls. I'll do one poll on Kick, one poll on YouTube, and then I got a bunch of shout outs to do, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Okay, so.
Oh, that tickled me.
Go.
Viewer's choice or closet
right,
vestibule. All right, we'll see what they say. We'll see what people vote for.
And I just posted it up on Kick, so please vote. Let's see what you guys want. We'll go from there. All right?
Okay.
All right. Shout outs. Old Ugly Bastard gifted a membership on YouTube. Thank you so much, Old Ugly Bastard. And Gabe Itch just gifted a membership on YouTube. So 2 gifted memberships there. Thank you, guys.
Gabe Itch.
Got $6 to support, so we're up to 46. Okay. See here?
I have not seen a video of anyone breaking down Phil's autism. I don't believe Phil's autistic.
Someone took the buck. So. Big Larry Gaming. If you go Viewer's Choice, did you ever play Terraria before? If so, did you enjoy it? If you didn't play it, I know exactly what I'm putting on the list. I played it apparently so long ago, all right, during a marathon, probably very early on when I was doing stuff here in Washington, I believe. I don't remember ever playing it, but I own it on Steam, and it says I've played it, and I'm thinking, when did I play it? And then I looked, apparently there is a video of me playing Terraria, but I don't remember it at all. At all. So, yeah, I did play it, but it's so old. Playing it again really wouldn't be a big deal. Okay? Okay. Continuing on. I got a $2 tip. People be sure to nominate Mount and Blade Warband or Mount and Blade Bannerlord. I want Phil to play those games. I don't know what those games are. I've heard Mount and Blade before. I've heard of it, but I've never played them. I know nothing of them. So I'm really not sure how those would work for Viewer's Choice or, you know, if they're even good games to be streamed. I don't even know what kind of games they are. Jasper, what are you doing in there? All right, as long as
just shove the cat in the closet. Like, wow.
yeah, just curious.
I can't. Where's the cat? Can't find the cat. Like, oh shit.
He went right in there. Okay. Let's see. I got a $2 tip. Keep some of the hats. They help give your streams an identity and stand out. The classic cowboy hat needs to stay bare minimum. First of all, I just said I'm not getting rid of them. I'm not throwing out the hats, okay? Right now, they're just sitting all piled, very unsorted, on a shelf, a big heap. I know I'm not using them. What I want to do is put them into storage. I put them into a storage bin with the vests, have that be in the closet. Then I would have the whole top shelf of my closet I can use for, like, regular stuff. Because right now, I don't have a room in the closet because the vests and the hats are taking up a big chunk of the closet. I'm not using them. At one point, that was perfect because I needed them in there, but I don't need them anymore. So I want to just kind of store them properly. And, of course, give them, like I said, give them a send-off here, right? Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Someone sent me $1. I think playing a game 2 to 3 hours per week if you have a family or work life is reasonable to assume 5 hours a week is too much. I don't know. I would say most gamers play way more than me, to be honest. If you're like really into a game, even if you have a job and you have a family and work, probably you're still playing it more than 3 hours a week. I mean, if that were the case, how would you ever make progress in a lengthy game? You never would. In which case you probably...
Some people don't. Some people have, you know, a spouse. Some people have a spouse and children. Some people, maybe they're, you know, not married. Maybe they're divorced, but they got kids. But then if you're divorced and you have kids, then you got to try to do like the single parent thing. Cause like you got your kids when you're on your own. Some people only maybe have 1 kid. Some people have like maybe 4 kids or more. Like, I don't know. I have 0 kids. So to me, 4 kids, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like way too much. So like, you don't know what these people are doing. People also might have other hobbies that aren't gaming. It's getting ready to be, it's springtime. We're getting into summertime. Some people like to, do a lot of sports, or some people are, they like a lot of like nautical stuff, or they're, boating or doing whatever. Some people have a lot of outdoor activities, they're doing other stuff. They're not just sitting around gaming all the time.
Wouldn't buy it, right? Like if you're saying, "Oh, I'm not going to watch Phil."
When is he going to bring back DSP Throwback? Approximately never. That's never. We'll never see that again.
I don't want to spoil, right? Well, did you buy?
Paying a grown man to clean his closet is extremely dented. I can't believe this is going to happen again.
At release, if you did,
well, I guess maybe it won't. I guess maybe it won't win, but I kind of feel like that's what's going to win. I got 5 kids. Oh, Virgil, bless your heart.
You're probably ahead.
Oh my goodness.
The vast majority of people who bought this game are way ahead of me right now. I'm certainly not saying that every single person who bought the game, is ahead of me, but the vast majority are. Let's be honest here, okay? Okay. All right. So FYI, the initial numbers here, it's not over yet, but it's pretty much dead tied on Kick, around 26 to 27 votes each. On YouTube, there is a lead. 64% people have voted for the viewer's choice. 36 have voted for the Closet Festival, okay? By the way, should be noted that when I do these marathons, this is when I drink. Like when I hit certain milestones, not only would I be putting on the hat and the vest.
Yes, don't forget about the alcohol.
Drink too. So I'll be taking some shots and having some drinks and having some food over the course of the day. All right, the Kick poll has ended. All right, 55% or 31 votes for viewer's choice, 45% or 25 votes for the Closet Festival. All right, so slight edge.
And some people might like games, but they might not want to, play for, hours and hours and hours. That also depends on the game too. There are some games where I couldn't even imagine trying to play it for 3 hours,
To viewer's choice. On YouTube,
at one
it's
time.
actually even more skewed to that effect. 65% to 35. So you guys are saying you want viewer's choice for next. I'm okay with that.
All right, totally they don't want the closet.
But I need you guys now to start nominating games, because if you don't, it ain't going to work. If I say, hey, start nominating games and we only get 10 games nominated, we can't do it. We need to have enough people buy in that you're going to be nominating these games. All right, so shall we do it? Game Boy, how are you? Good to see you. All right. So, I'll go right
I don't know.
here.
I kind of feel like he wants to do, he like pulled those hats out of the closet and was putting them on and everything. I kind of feel like that's what he wants to do.
Oh, I can't because I'm not logged in. Wait, can I log in? Hold on a second. Maybe I can log in.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he really wants to do that closet thing.
So I logged in. Here we go. So, attention everyone, this is the thread in which you can post up nominations for games to be played during the upcoming Viewer's Choice Marathon event. This event will take place.
Yeah, now we have to sit here while he makes this up, too.
Once we have hit 50 support goals on DSP Gaming for my daily live streams. Criteria are as follows. 1. The game must be actively available for digital purchase on a current platform, i.e. Steam, Xbox app,
Gotta tell the gaming YouTuber what games to play. Oh yeah, and here he's gonna read it out loud. He's gonna tell all the rules that you have to follow before you can nominate a game.
Xbox, well, not Xbox Live Store, because it would just be Xbox app on PC. PlayStation Store, Nintendo Store, etc. And must be able to be played on a current gaming platform. This means no emulation or mods, etc. Well, see, here's the slippery slope about mods, right? Like, what if someone said, we want you to do a modded version of Dark Souls 2? I would love to do that, actually. But what if someone says, oh, I want you to mod like a game, now it's some expensive mod that's a pain in the ass to set up, and I don't have the time to do that. I just don't. It would have to be something simple. So I'll say, this means no emulation, no games on outdated platforms like PlayStation 1, 2, etc. But mods would be acceptable if easy.
Oh boy, here come all the rules now.
On a PC version of a game. Okay.
Incoming wall of text.
Number 2.
Right.
Please nominate games that can be fun to experience.
He is at time and a half. I'm still at time and a half. I'm still at 1.5
this
speed.
Means no
by
games
the way.
with insanely lengthy intros, because we won't get through them.
No games with extremely lengthy intros.
Visual novels would make no sense. Right? Be sure to nominate a game that would be fun within 60 minutes of playtime.
This is so sad.
Please do not nominate games from the past that we have already. Link will pop up.
There we
both
go.
on Kick and on YouTube, and you guys should be able to click on that link and have it work. I could try to do a manual command as well. We don't really have to, but let's see here. Okay, I made a viewer's choice command on YouTube. That should be going live momentarily.
Oh
FYI.
boy, thanks for that. Moving on.
Okay.
A dating sim like Dream Daddy. Oh my god, that would be funny.
I just saved the new one. Let's see if it works. Let's try this.
He'll just veto anything like that, I feel. He'll be like,
Yep, it
no, we're
works
not
now.
going to
Okay.
do that.
The stupid
It somehow violates one of my 276 rules I made up.
link was missing a few letters because YouTube cut off the letters for no reason. Or not YouTube. Nightbot and Kickbot were both cutting off the letters. This should work now.
He couldn't say something like, okay, so we decide we're going to do viewers' illusion of choice. After this stream, I'll set up the poll. No, we got to do it just fucking right then and there. And we got to make a command for it. Look at the Nightbot spam in there.
Yep, it works on both. Okay, good. All right, so please post up your game nominations for viewers' choice. You guys
Yeah, I'm absolutely not doing
go
that.
one sub.
Oh, begging. Here we go. Some begging.
Gifted memberships, super chats, and tips so far today. Appreciate you all. All right, so we have a little bit of extra time. What would you guys
Yeah, we have been at, yep.
like to discuss before we start with Expedition 33? What's on your minds today? The Villain, I did do a full playthrough of Sly 4 when it came out as a new release. Yes, I did. It's on DSP Gaming. If you ever want to find a playthrough that I've done, go to the playlists tab of the DSP Gaming channel on YouTube. There's a little magnifying glass. Click on it. Just type in the name of the game. We'll bring up the playlist that I played it in because...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. YouTube has been around for 20 years. We're good, man.
I played Fears to Fathom. I did? I don't remember playing Fears to Fathom. Let's look.
Oh no, don't ruin Fears to Fathom. No, don't do this. No. I veto this.
Oh, it's just that. Oh, it's the indie horror game. Yeah, I know what that is. Okay, I didn't realize that's what it was. I thought it was something different because each one.
Oh,
is a little
good. He's
different.
already played it. Then
We
he
played
won't
the one in
ruin
the
it.
house, and we played the one in the motel. Those are the two we play. There's a bunch. There's like 4 or 5 of them, right? Yeah, those were fun.
Those are fun. Those things I don't even remember playing or what they are. Yeah, those were totally fun. That shit I don't remember doing. That must have been a blast.
I just didn't realize that's what it was. What's up, Toasty Chestnuts? How are you, Rebecca? How's everyone doing?
Professional gamer.
What happened to Split Fiction? What do you mean what happened to it? I don't know what happened to it. Still available for sale, right? People are still liking it. I don't know what
Professional
you're talking
gamer.
about.
Oh yeah, that game? Whatever the fuck that game was. Virgil, big ups. Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. I appreciate your generosity. If you are here and you got a gifted membership from Virgil, please make sure that you say thank you because that is
tell me.
amazing. Again, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, Hyper Kitty. What are you doing, Jasper Boy?
Those are also unhinged memberships. So if you did, like I say, just get a gifted membership, you can head over to the posts tab on my channel and you can grab the link and come join us in our super not secret really Discord. I am planning on setting up dates and times where I'm going to do gaming streams and other streams where we're not going to talk about Phil. A couple of folks over there do movie nights and everything. And plus you can talk shit about Phil and everything and hang out with us. So if you have an unhinged membership or if you were just lucky enough to get one, again, grab the link to the Discord.
Okay. Oh, did you hear that? You said meow. You're meowing? That's what you're doing? You're a Hyper Boy today, running all around the house.
He's not here Thursday, so we'll have to think of something that we want to do on Thursday. Maybe I'll just stream okay, so Wednesday night you guys are doing a movie. Maybe Thursday I will set up a poll or something over on Discord to do like a game or something. I might play Blueprints again.
The Kick Chat is acknowledged. I always acknowledge Kick Chat as long as you guys are tagging me.
I also kind of want to do another South Park run. Oh, but we'll stream something. We'll do something. I'll have to figure out what we're going to do on Thursday.
Talking to me about pertinent stuff. I always acknowledge the Kick Chat. So a lot of the times you guys don't. A lot of the guys, you guys are going off on your own conversations and tangents, and I just let it roll over there.
Yeah, I don't moderate my chat at all.
Yes, I remember they used to do game demos on Xbox 360. I would do entire days called demo days, where I would play like 10 demos, each for like a half an hour, and it was really fun. Did I enjoy Stray? I loved Stray. I hope that they make another game like Stray because it did really well, in my opinion. You know, for what it was, the story was outstanding. The gameplay was fun. It was a great game.
You know, he's still doing that closet clean out. I really feel like that's what he wanted. I really feel like that's the one he would rather have done.
I'm not a big sim racing.
He took the time to like put those hats on and like cheese in front of the camera and everything. I don't know.
Guy, like games like Gran Turismo, the actual official Forza titles, not Forza Horizon, but the mainstream one. I just don't really care for those because I'm not a car guy. I don't really care about car simulation. So I don't know if I would really messages, but no one has even done a single sub. It's kind of ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that? Let me go back for that begging.
When I played it, when it was new and I played it again years later.
What was that?
No
one's even giving me any fucking money. This is kind of ridiculous.
Waiting for someone on Kick to actually, get the sub. They're all using their channel points to do highlighted messages, but no one has even done a single sub. It's kind of ridiculous.
They're using their channel points. They're doing things, but you know. It's so rude.
I did play Rocket League. I liked Rocket League a lot, actually. I really enjoyed the game.
So rude.
Ball Killer says, I wish they would make another Sly Cooper or Jack and Daxter game. They did. It was called South of Midnight. I'm not kidding. Like, South of Midnight plays like those games. It's a really, like, homage, throwback style platformer action game like back in the day.
Calling it now, he's going to claim that trolls sabotage the viewer's choice. He's going to do Closet anyway. He seemed oddly okay with just going, oh, okay, we'll do the gaming thing. I don't know. That just feels...
Just that everyone says it's
I don't know.
so
it feels weird to me.
Apparently.
Like, surely you can clean out your own closet. But again, it's to, I think some people have been asking for the hats and the vests. I've seen it a couple of times. Like, well, why don't you put on the hat? And he's like, we haven't done, like, you must be, new here. Maybe you haven't been here for a while. We don't do that anymore. Right. Instead of life finds a way, scams find a way. I agree.
What is Satisfactory? I've never heard of that. Satisfactory? I received a $3 tip. Someone says, before you start, you've missed an optional boss at the flag that's before the one you're at. The one at the entrance.
Blah, blah, blah.
Cool. Some interesting nominations here, actually. Some of these look pretty good to me. So
so now we're just going to sit here and monitor. I should go over there and nominate something.
Okay.
I don't want to waste my vote, though.
Satisfactory.
I want to try to get something nominated. But it can't be obvious where he's just like, no, it's fucking stupid. I'm not going to play that. Because Dream Daddy would be really funny, but we know he won't do that. Damn, I'm going to have to think on this. How long do we get to vote?
Satisfactory. Here it is.
I don't know, but I feel like that would be funny as fuck.
Came out in September. What kind of game is this? Why can't I fast forward the trailer? Looks like just a first-person exploration mining style game.
Oh, there you go, Cupcake. I think someone gave you a sub over there on Kick. Do you feel valuable now?
Oh, I guess it did have a full release, apparently, for what I'm seeing. It did have a full release.
It's not a DSP stream without scanning for money. You know it. He's going to see my name.
Wow, we got it.
I have other YouTube accounts.
Now, shout out to CJor82. CJor82 has gifted.
I also know people who have other YouTube accounts. I could also say, hey guys, it might be funny if you headed over there and voted for blank. You don't have to. You could be like, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing that.
Our first sub today on Kick. Amazing. Finally. We got one supporter on Kick. Thank you, CJor82. Let's get that on the leaderboard here.
Oh, there you go. Do you feel loved and awesome?
Finally. It's like pulling teeth over there, trying to get a sub. Holy moly.
People don't have to give you anything, bro. I'm so over you today. I'm not in the mood. You are entertainment. You are what people do with their disposable income, sir. You are guaranteed nothing. You are entitled to nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
What's my favorite day of the week? Razzle Day. Red Faction Guerrilla. That was a fun game for its destruction. The first time I played Red Faction Guerrilla way back in the day, it was very fun because
I'm afraid to catch the dentedness. That's something that's,
I've never played a game like that before, but it also was very.
It's worthy being afraid.
Rough around the edges and had bad controls. When I played the remaster, remember the
what's his favorite day? Whatever day the 21st of the month is when he gets his YouTube check. Or maybe the first of the month where everyone's disability checks get refreshed or unemployment. No, not unemployment checks. Like Social Security checks or whatever. I think you're explaining an alien concept to Phil. He can't fathom the idea that no one wants to give him money. That's
For many years ago,
sad.
it didn't really work as well. I thought it was not as good of a game. It didn't age well. Do I have GOG? I think I do. I'm pretty sure I bought Fallout on there so that we could do Fallout London. It was
His views dropped, though. He was at like 300 and something for a minute, and now it's just kind of like, nah.
the only way to get Fallout London to work was to buy it on GOG. What's up, Big Shooter? How's it going, man?
Are we done? Sir, it kind of seems like you're done.
Compact car? I don't have to be dealing with that shit. It was like hard to fit in parking spots and stuff. What a pain. Metal Eden, I believe, is... What day is Metal Eden coming out? The 5th?
He should get his kick check soon. Does he get it weekly?
Whatever day Metal Eden comes out, I think it's the 5th. That's when I'm going to be trying it out. So I appreciate you all over on Kick. How's it going? So unless we get some really big contributors, I don't think that's happening. Likely what's going to end up happening is the Marathon podcast today. This is excellent. We got the next Marathon locked. We know what we're doing. People are nominating games. This is great. We've made the progress we were looking to make. I'm pleased with this. Now we can focus on this moving forward for the next week or so. Likely this marathon will take place next week. See, I would like to do it during the weekend. But I mean, that would mean that we have to hit 4 goals, do DSP tries it, and hit another 10 goals by the weekend. And I'm not here Thursday or Friday. So unless we get some really big contributors, I don't think that's happening. Likely what's going to end up happening is the marathon might happen like the middle of next week, but we don't get a lot of viewers for marathons midweek, so I'm not sure what to do. The truth is we can't figure it out until we see the momentum of how long it's going to take us to get to 50 goals. All right, so let's get it going now. We're more than halfway to our 37th goal. Let's lock into that and hit it on the stream right now, and then we can work towards these. If we hit, think of it this way. If we hit the goal right now, we have another 3 hours to hit a second goal. We could double up and hopefully get these goals accelerated to get to the marathon. Because that's what we want. We want an accelerated marathon, don't we? Of course we do.
Wow. Like, you can't make shit like this up. And here, this right here is the lullcow shit. This right here. Well, come on. I mean, we could double up and just get $300 right now and like get there faster. That's the lullcow shit. The shit he doesn't even realize that he says that you can milk for content.
Okay. All right, guys.
That's the beautiful shit. Right there.
Good show. That was a very productive podcast. I appreciate you all weighing in, giving me your opinions. Thank you for the early support. Always appreciate that and your honest feedback. Tomorrow, we'll see what's going on in the realm of gaming. I don't know if there'll be much. We'll obviously talk about how people, attended this Expedition 33 stream, which I'm...
Oh, I guess people thought Ethan Ralph was dead, and I guess he's not dead or something. That kind of floated around a little bit last night. Some people were saying that like Ethan Ralph like drowned or died or something, but I guess he didn't from the last reports. So anyway, he is gonna go and take a shit for 20 minutes and do a Hogan poll and whatever the fuck. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for me because I can't handle watching him play any of this stuff. Super Cartoonist, what's going on? I'm glad that you're here catching everything live, but I am not gonna be live a whole lot longer. I'm getting ready to wrap the show up here. I believe I might have it set to redirect over to Raw Phil. I might not have set that up. I don't remember if I did today or not. You can go and hang out over there. I think WPIG is doing something and some other folks as well. You can head over there. I do appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me today. A lot of fun. He kept his shit together fairly well today. So it's like, it's like a 4 out of 10 of like, snorts and freakouts and everything. But we can always get another ticket to the circus tomorrow and try again and see what happens. So we'll recap some stuff when I get back tomorrow. And then we'll see what's going on for the next day. Like I say, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I do invite you to sub to my channel. If you don't want to, totally fine. I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do, but I hope to see you next time. Big ups, everybody. Take care.